If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. Lived 1,000 lives, I piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died, just for a single role.
Just started.
Literally right now.
Like the cameras just went on.
Oh boy. This is 100%.
We're doing so good.
I can't keep it together. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. We have returned again to the world of Star Trek for Second Star here on Happy Jack's RPG. My name is CADave, and I might have a plan for what's going to happen. But we'll see, because
you are not prepared.
maybe someone's going to trip in the garden tonight on this vacation world, and that'll become the next major plot point. So, who knows? Yes, so let's not waste time. To my left.
Oh, hello, I'm Jason, and I am the producer of this show tonight, which is why everything ran so smoothly. Mac is better at this than I am, but you got me instead. So, hello, I'm Jason. I play Commander Kalim.
Hi, I'm Mac. I'm here. I did the thing. I'm playing Trist. She's an android and the ship's counselor.
Woo!
Yes.
Hi, I'm Clara, and in spite of protest and wanting to be Adam today, I am playing Epetta, the ship's chief security officer.
Hello. Hi, I'm Teri. You guys might have heard me earlier on the stream talking about the characters I like to play or don't like to play. I'll be playing Nission Alos, the consummate professional doctor of the ship. What? Teetotal. The teetotaling? Consummating? That works too.
Consummate. Hi, I'm Jay. I'm playing Rorg, son of Chon, the Vulcan Klingon chief engineer, and I'm trouble. So, good times. Sorry. Sorry already.
In advance, I would like to apologize if we suddenly go off the air tonight. It's because there is wind apocalypse outside.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I strongly think that at some point there's going to be problems here in Pasadena. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we make it all the way through. But yeah, if the stream disappears, one of us will find a way to Twitter to let you know what happened, and we'll talk to you next time. Yeah. And some of you may have noticed my attire this evening because I came steaming in directly from my son's Cub Scout meeting where we had a fundraiser selling little cookies that the kids all baked. Which would have been awesome if I could have stayed. But I had to leave almost immediately as soon as the thing started to get here. And I still didn't make it quite on time. So sorry about that as well. Yeah, so...
How dare you be late?
I know. It's just unprofessional and terrible of me. For sure.
Should we just read our ascendance moves now, or?
I want to know what yours is.
Everything's organized and works perfectly.
Oh! That's Jason's ascendancy, not Commander Kalim's ascendancy.
No, Kalim's more OCD than I am. I'm actually not that organized.
You have
Never
us
tell.
fooled.
You can never tell.
Some of you may have noticed that our intrepid captain is not here. He's busy with a certain someone he found here on Risa.
Yeah.
We'll find out what happened to him next time.
Otherwise engaged.
So that's
Engaged.
Thank you.
maybe he will come back engaged.
Hey,
Anything can happen.
on Risa.
Yeah.
Tea,
Next
Earl Grey.
episode is going to be somebody in an Elvis costume performing a wedding, and we're all
Oh
my God.
gosh.
Here
Yes,
for it.
yes,
Here for
please.
Space Elvis.
Rice and Elvis, the best Elvis. I believe that leaves it to our first officer with a summary of events.
Yeah, this is the Mad Lib version. So we catch up. So what happened last time? This would, of course, be nicer if it was like a written out commander's log sort of thing, but it's not. So I'm going to go off the top of my head. We'll all work together to fill in the blanks.
I watched
That's right.
it.
Teamwork.
The episode opened, I think, with the crew all going out for well-scheduled and organized excursions,
That's right. We all agreed to that.
which
We
were
did not.
arranged by Commander Kalim. Although Rorg stayed behind.
I was on the ship for a bit, and
Yeah.
then I did join the festivities.
You got to cycle in.
Yep, I did my drinking in the Jeffries tube. It was great.
Awesome. The doctor got to go to like double wine tasting.
Yeah,
at
it was
the winery.
amazing.
Let's see. Kalim, the captain. Did you
Trist?
go on?
No,
Trist?
I did not go
Rorg
to the
did not go on
no,
the tour.
no,
Okay.
no.
So we went on the most fascinating
Oh, it
tour.
was most interesting.
3-hour tour.
Yeah, it was. They did especially long tour for me because
That's right.
I had organized a lot with the group. So we got the extended version of the
Yes, you did.
tour. And that was really the highlight of the show.
Sorry.
Stalagmites and stalagmites.
Yeah.
Hey!
Cave hats.
Yep.
Yep.
Both ways. But the show kind of culminated with those of us who were on the planet gathering for the sort of
Luau party.
style.
Luau,
Yeah.
yep. Luau party.
Space Sow, I don't know.
Luau,
Space
Wow.
Malvta did rescue a guy.
Yeah, who was
that's
on
right.
rock
That's
That
climbing.
was shirtless,
The
I
rock
think.
climbing.
Malvta
They were
was rock
shirtless
climbing
around
Yeah,
too.
too.
And-
it was a call to adventure, and he was like, "Nope," and kept going.
That's pretty much right. Yes.
And we also were able to coin the phrase "beep boop beep," and then you're somewhere else.
Yes.
Because the captain was trying to figure out how to get this guy to urgent care.
Yeah.
And,
He was like, send me boots. Send me, like,
Send me rocket
rocket boots.
anti-grav.
yeah,
And then we were like, we've got
Actually,
transporters
I
right
just
here.
put you in the waiting room. So that was great. The dinner was highlighted by the Doctor's Orion friends.
That's
showing
right.
up.
Yeah,
right.
my hot friend.
Yep.
And Rorg's 100% absolutely grounded in reality, absolute conviction that they're up to some shady shit. And that
Yep.
was reasonable, and everyone thought that it was a great idea, and that Rorg was onto something good.
And they said all the things your dad never said to you.
Yes, that's right. It was really perfect. Everyone was in full support of Rorg's many investigations.
Excellent. Yeah, there was a lot of back
I
and forth
remember.
with like who's ordering what kind of food, and some of the food came out bad. It turns out the Orions were bad at describing the food, so they could prove a point about how good their gross food was.
Yeah, but you had to eat it with your hands. You had
The
to
food
dip
is so
in
gross.
and
Not
eat
it.
it all,
So
eat it
gross.
off your arm.
Oh.
And then I double dipped in after they'd been eating in it.
Oh.
I
It's
wish-
delicious.
I wish that hadn't happened.
I'm so sorry.
And
None of them used the bathroom. None of
the
no one's washing their hands.
yeah, so we went back and forth with these guys. We found out that they had sold a scavenged ship to a collector of some kind,
Yes.
and that
Ship
was
sounded like a
exciting.
submarine.
Yeah, it sounded like a submarine
It
in
goes
space.
in water.
And then
Well, it looked like that.
It looked like
It wasn't like Russian Typhoon-class submarine that someone
Right.
stolen from Earth and
Wait, is Sean
transported
Connery
into
on
space.
it?
Let them
There
share.
it, yes.
I'd like to have seen Montana.
Not had a game.
One
Not a
ping
game.
only.
And before we get to there was like some sort of action thing that happened right at the end that you cliffhangered us on.
Meeting the Orion captain himself.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
before we get that, if I had done this as a nice, clean write-up of like commander's log, blah 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 blah, there would have been like a pause and then supplemental log along the lines of, I need to reevaluate my management technique. The strategy that worked so well with the science team may not translate perfectly to working with the entire crew. I need to get this right so I don't damage crew morale or undermine the captain by accident.
Wow, that's nice of you.
And then that's the end.
Yep.
It would have been nice if I wrote it down, but I didn't, so there you go.
All good.
Yeah.
You covered it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm glad you treated us too. If it was better, I would have done this, but I didn't, so here's my crap.
He could be worse. He could have showed up and said, if you all were better, I would have written that out.
That was like 3 games ago.
So, yes, the point where we left off was you had just been introduced to the bejeweled Orion captain
Yes.
in their cabana as he sat there on his throne of beach chair.
Yeah. He stacked several chairs together, so
Just
it
to
was
be
a
taller.
better chair.
Yeah.
The Uber chair.
Vol chair.
It's like tilting slightly forward the way they do when
Yeah.
you stack
Oh
somebody up.
no.
He's actually still standing, but it's a leaning thing.
He's just leaned back on it.
And I've been here the whole time.
Hey,
Yep.
Yeah.
good to see you. All right.
You were just off having adventures.
This is the second time I've been here the whole time, man.
Yeah, the whole time.
So, I honestly don't recall exactly who was going to see the captain.
I was going under duress
Yeah.
because we told a lie about ranks.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot that part.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
for sure.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
definitely the
You're
captain.
The captain.
Oh, I'm the captain.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yep, we definitely
Because
did. Yep, I remember
our
that
other
now.
captain is off
Oh.
hooking up
Yeah.
with
And
somebody
I
right
actually
now.
told him
okay.
I'm Commander Kalim, and on our ship
That means
That
means
means captain.
captain.
So
Okay.
it's a weird
Yeah,
lie.
you can still call me Commander.
Yes.
'Cause
so
that's-
that no one else is going to mess it up if we call him commander. He's just
Yeah.
set up the premise that it's
It
that's
means
cool.
captain.
Okay, this is like the second time we've done this.
which also means Kalim has like a surprising good lie
Yeah.
tool.
Yeah.
Well, it's on technicalities. He's like, I'm technically
Oh, that's
I'm not
true, yeah.
lying.
That's right. You're
That's
not
true.
lying.
You're
If I
still
tell him
commander.
this, but this
Yep.
is just the understanding he'll have.
They've
Yeah.
just understood the commander means captain, and
Yep,
that's fine.
that's fine. And I believe I'm going over there. We brought you though because you actually could actually probably read what's going on with the people. I think that was part of it. Yes.
Yeah, I actually
Yes.
have diplomacy.
Skills with people. I don't know what you mean. I'm great.
What is
I've
that?
got espionage, so that's, like diplomacy.
Ogov likes you a lot.
know.
You made a friend.
We're very happy together.
Yes.
Can somebody straighten up the dice thing with the blue markers?
Ooh.
Oh, blue.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's the blue one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Huzzah!
Ding dong.
So, yeah, so I guess we're walking over there.
I'm not subtle. I feel like I shouldn't go.
Oh, I don't think
I'm
subtlety
going.
is. Yes.
I mean, it's the Orions.
They're not a subtle people.
Yeah.
I figured that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not having
Not
a meeting
being-
with Vulcans.
That's
Yeah.
true. I should not be in any Vulcan meetings. I think I've just decided this.
Agreed.
Yep. Fair.
It's been a couple of
Or
hundred
maybe
years
they're the
since
best
open hostilities between Andorians and Vulcans.
That's
But
actually true.
Oh, boy. All right.
cool.
So, yes.
So you guys wander over and you are brought into the tent. And I think I described him last time as wearing so much jewelry that a Ferengi would try and mug him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, he's got bandoliers of precious metals and gems on, and he's sitting there and he's been sampling all kind. Like you see there's just plates piled up all over this cabana, and it's all just stuff. And you kind of look and you kind of recognize it as like vaguely like things that you're aware of from other cultures, but just not right, because somebody described like pancakes to an Orion, and the Orion's like, oh, so it's like they make a pan into a cake kind of thing. So it was really just like a cast iron pan with syrup in it, and he drank the syrup and was like, this is disgusting.
Yucky.
Wow.
I would
But also,
find it
I'm
delicious.
with
gonna
you.
say,
Yeah. I'm
like
like,
straight up syrup.
that actually sounds
I feel
pretty
like
good.
that's just like the waffle
Wait.
for me, or a pancake is literally just to get the syrup.
Syrup
It's
delivery.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like lobster for butter, man.
Yep.
That's true. Anyway.
So,
Wanna
he's
correct
sitting there,
them?
and obviously they've all been drinking to excess. You didn't meet him before. He didn't come to the wine tasting.
Okay.
But he's got various escort-looking women standing next to him that don't really look super happy to be there, but
I wonder
Oh
why not.
no.
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, they might be held under duress. Why are you looking at me? I know it's bad.
Oh, boy.
What is?
You can't control who you fall for sometimes, you know? Sometimes they're a slave trader, and it's like, what can you do?
Have judgment?
Not fall for them?
Okay,
it off?
okay.
Run the
Whatever
other
you're
way?
doing, stop it.
This logic is so bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, back to you guys.
Ken?
All right.
So many counseling sessions.
I know.
Out of game next time.
Like actual counseling sessions.
somewhere there's just a whole crate of those little mini audio tapes for every Happy Jacks player.
Oh.
Ooh, boy.
Oh no! Don't give Mac ideas.
Or just confirm the accuracy of things that have already happened.
Oh god.
Also accurate.
So he waves you in, and he's kind of laughing and sampling other food products. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stand up to be like, hi, shake hands.
No, I don't want
we
to shake
don't-
his hand.
no.
This is a huge relief that Kim's been dreading the whole walk over here.
Literally touching the Orion.
Whoa,
It's
no.
not- I don't
Yeah.
think they're messy.
After they've got all that food all over their
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, I'm
They
not
got
disagreeing.
I
Hummus.
do want to say, before we head over there, for the doctor's sake, that Kalim rides with, like a purse, basically, right? With, like, supplies that crew might need during the day, like a little, wet wipes and a little first aid kit and
Thanks,
like, extra
Mom.
socks.
I wanted to be a fanny pack so bad.
It's not though.
I know.
Just
like
a
a
European
shoulder
carry-all.
Yeah, it's like a shoulder, but it's like that like square,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Yeah.
That
rectangular.
hard plastic
Yeah, yeah.
case
Yep.
that they always
That's
had.
always the Star
Yeah.
Trek thing.
Because you could fit all of your possessions in a little tiny hard plastic case
It's
that's
the
like...
future. That's how it works.
Yeah.
They
Because you
unfold.
don't, well, and you don't actually need that much stuff.
No.
Because
Right.
wherever you go, you can make new stuff.
Right.
That's true.
True.
And you got little hand wavy things that do all the medical stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all.
Very scientific.
Yeah, hand wavy.
My little hand
That's
wavy wand
technical.
thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oop, now you're somewhere else.
Exactly. That's what you
And
want from your
woo,
chief of
woo,
engineer.
now you're healthy.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
You're no longer dead.
I worked so hard as a doctor, you guys.
Now you're healthy. Also, are you wearing a belt? You keep setting it off.
I told you, no metal!
Alos
boy.
makes so much more sense now.
I've worked very hard to be a doctor. I'm just telling you again.
You only need the one hand.
Well,
The
this
other
is
one's-
All right.
your idea.
You've come to my tent.
Yes.
Okay, so out of character. Why did we do this?
We were trying to figure
we're
out
trying
the
to figure out
ship.
what this ship is. So I think,
Oh, yeah.
as I remember,
We're trying to get
Because you
information.
trying to
guys
get
think they're
information.
up to something.
We think they're up to something, or this ship is of interest and note.
I think they stole a submarine, is what I think.
I think that it has something to do with these people from the Shackleton Expanse.
Yeah,
they're
that's
water
probably
people.
more accurate.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
that.
true.
My suspicion is that the water people have already moved in
a good
to
idea.
the Alpha Quadrant.
Don't
And
let us know.
No, I'm not going to pick that one up. It's cool.
I still say it's true.
Yeah.
Until proven otherwise.
So that's my suspicion.
Okay.
And so I think our cover story here was we want to hear more about this ship and maybe get a look at it
Right.
to see if it matches anything from our databases.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, Captain, we came to congratulate you on your tremendous recent success.
Indeed. It funded our whole trip.
We are possibly interested in talking to that collector about either purchasing the ship from them or possibly striking up a trade relationship with you and your crew. But we need
You salvagers?
we can salvage, yes.
Yes, we're salvagers. Yes.
But we would like to know something more, we'd like to know about the ship that your collector was interested in, because they might not deal in the kind of ships that we deal in usually.
Oh, well, they only deal in old and exotic ships.
Interesting.
Very unusual things.
And
Do
what
not come with an old bird of prey or a D7.
Oh, please.
Ridiculous.
Not really
We
a collector's
wouldn't
item,
waste
is it?
anyone's time.
So what did you find?
We discovered a very unusual ship that was not in any of our data banks. But it was a pre-warp vessel
Wow.
that we discovered. And I had met this collector years ago, and he told us a long time ago that if any of us came across anything unique, that he would like to take a look.
Do you know what culture the ship was from, or?
Oh, no, he told us do not enter when we contacted him.
Did
So
you
we did
locate
not.
it nearby as it does not have warp?
It was... Excuse me. That was real me coughing, not skeevy coughing.
You had too much pancake syrup.
Pancake syrup sticks in the beard.
Oh.
Becomes matted.
Oh.
Only if you're not
Saving it
eating
for
it,
later.
right?
That is a feature, not a bug.
Like, what did I have for lunch?
Oh, there's some.
Good.
Horrifying.
I forgot. I lost it.
Sorry, we all did.
I was
That's okay.
asking if it was located nearby. Because
Nearby.
it doesn't
Where did
have
No.
you find it nearby?
We discovered it very distant out in interstellar space. It had been adrift for a very long time.
Do you have any scans or images that we could look at?
I did not bring a science crew. Did not.
Take a selfie? Or
Like a picture? Anything?
No, I don't. Why would I bother bringing that stuff on our vacation time?
oh, I see.
I'm here to celebrate with my crew, huh? And,
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Congratulations.
I
Yes.
would like to grab Kalim and Alos for a second. I have an idea.
Well, does that mean we should excuse ourselves from the tent, or like?
I'm gonna assume, because I have no subtlety, Epetta just gonna grab your shirts and tug.
No.
Okay.
Well,
There's no.
we'll leave you to your celebrations.
Well,
And congratulations again.
if you ever come across any very unique things, come and find me. I would be happy to see about making an offer.
We certainly will.
All right.
Enjoy.
We awkwardly. I was gonna say, like, awkwardly
Back.
shuffling back.
Bye.
This did not go as planned, as far as I can tell.
Well, I think they gave us all the information they're willing or able to give.
Yeah.
I
We didn't get the name of their collector.
no.
It also doesn't sound like they know what the heck they had.
No.
My thought is, you get back onto their ship.
Oh, God.
How would the doctor get on their ship?
I got away.
Oh,
Did you really have to ask?
I mean-
Caleb? Did you? Oh, okay.
Well, Goth and I are, I
Yep.
don't know.
He made it sound like they may have photos or a crew that would have
Yeah.
photos or research on the ship with them. He just didn't bring them with him.
It's a fair point, but there are a lot of ifs, and I don't know how much value there is in risking the doctor's.
You do care.
And I have to be aware of the time that we spent and the mission we've been assigned to.
You just want me to get back on your schedule is what you're saying.
That is not what I said.
Again, we have no proof that there has been anything that is wrong, just a hunch and some curiosity on the part of our crew.
Exactly.
Right, but
and
we have no proof that there's not anything wrong.
That's true.
That
but
is not how good science works.
I think we have
I don't do
followed
science,
this.
I do engineering.
That's also true. Well,
They're different things.
Apropos of nothing. You still
Science
think
and
he's
engineering
cute,
are
yeah?
not two completely
They're
different
very
things.
separate.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying, it's like
Get you laid.
you don't have to
different.
work that hard.
They're different. They're similar, overlap,
well,
but you know,
with a
gut instincts.
a hypothesis that has not given any further indication, I
Fine.
don't think is worth the risk of potentially your life, Doctor. Or,
I've had a really nice life.
but we need our doctor.
Okay.
Logging away notes that the doctor is I've had a very nice life and maybe mildly suicidal.
I mean, I'm sure you can find someone else to wave a wand, woo woo. No one else is going to make as much great stuff as I make, though, honestly.
Sorry, I just punched myself.
No, it's great.
Well, my thought was it wasn't going to risk your life because you're just going back to the ship to do whatever you plan on doing. And if you happen to see a plan,
I mean, we weren't going to have to go to the ship for that,
information.
but, I mean, we could, I guess.
I mean,
You look
privates.
concerned, Trist. What's that face?
None of this makes any sense to pursue at current. And at
Fine, I
great
guess we got to
risk.
go find some other mission. Who cares about the damn
Just
ship?
leave.
But I want to know.
I know.
So do I.
So go back to the ship. Take one for the team.
We have
Would it be the first time?
what do we have, like 12 hours left on our leave, or
Well, this is like day one.
this
You
is
had
day one.
48 hours.
Yeah.
We have some time.
Some more time.
nearly 30 hours left on our tour, and Doctor, you are free to do as you please.
All right, I'll see you in a few.
But I do not, just for the record, before you go,
Yeah.
I do not recommend trying to question the crew of that ship or get any additional information.
I'm not going to question that crew. I'm going to see if we can maybe find some evidence of what happened.
There's a console left unattended.
Yeah, I just left
No.
Something
notebook open.
happens.
I
You know.
highly discourage that.
Jiggle the mouses
What
on
do you
various
think
computers.
is going to
see
happen?
what's
What are you
left.
so worried about? Do you think they're going to kill me over some information?
It wouldn't surprise me. Or sell you off somewhere.
They are slavers.
I would volunteer
He's
to
got a
go
good
with you,
point.
but that would be very weird.
Yeah, that would make
Yeah,
it
I could not think
Well,
of a way to
actually,
that would,
I already don't like this. I changed my mind about the plan.
oh
I can
boy.
find you somebody if you want. I mean, we got a lot of friends.
So,
So
what's
Yeah.
the plan?
you have,
I'm happy to fill in the world as soon as I know
No,
what
no,
you're
no. That's what we're trying to figure out.
yeah.
I've
so-
got some serious dissent over here from you going on this ship.
No. You can go and have whatever personal time you would like to have. That is not what I'm saying. But
Well, they all got their statues out. I'm going to go make something happen. I'll see you guys in a few.
All right.
I'm going to go find my Olga and find his little statue and see what's happening.
Huh?
I need the Bajoran equivalent of Mazel Tov.
It's Mazel Tov.
Bazel Tov. I don't know. That's probably offensive. Sorry.
I'm gonna say it's not for now.
Do we have access to other records now that we're part of, this more sort of Black Ops kind of team? Do we have additional records on the ship?
Sure. I mean, you have access to the data that Section 31 has now.
Because I'm thinking Trist would go back to the ship, since this is obviously a source of distress for the rest of the crew, and start seeing if there's any information about a collector of unique ships that maybe already is on record with them.
Sure. You can give that a whirl. Let me...
That's a good idea.
let's see what we can come up
Trist
with.
has those occasionally. I do have a positronic buddy.
That's true. You are way
So let's
smarter
do-
than me.
Insight security?
Okay, insight security, so I have an 11 total. We're only 1 or 2 dice, sorry, my brain just
2.
like spazzed out on me.
Unless you want to buy more by giving me the evil threat.
No, thank you.
2 successes.
Oh, well, look at there.
Yay, rolling under for once. Rolling bad is good.
They don't. It's not like there's a specific file that immediately pops up and is like, clearly this is the person you're talking
sure,
about.
I'm looking for somebody
But
that's got...
You get a list of like 4 or 5 known antiquities collectors that are known to collect salvage ships and decommissioned vessels from various races and stuff. And most of the I will say there's 4 on the list. All 4 of them are known to have contacts with all kinds of seedy people.
Are
like-
any of them known to be within our sector?
Yeah, I'll say 2. I mean, Rice is a big destination planet, so
I just
it's
mean in the general area that they would have
that
come
they
and
kind of
sold
operate
this
here.
ship.
Let's.
Yeah, they're
Because it seemed like they sold the ship more, quote-unquote, locally.
right.
Let's see what we can find here. Because I believe Rice is way over here somewhere. But now I've lost it because there's 4,000 sectors.
There's a lot of dots and words.
There's
on
so
that
many.
page.
But the 2 most likely, there's one that is a sort of reclusive human. That he lives on like a giant transport ship. So it's almost like he has a floating car collection of other vessels that are sort of
Ooh.
docked to this thing. And he sort of transits around Federation space on it. And what did I do with the name?
I was going to say, he's not
Yeah.
going through a midlife crisis.
They only buy ships in red. They go faster.
That's just
They
science.
do, yeah. So those are
See, that's actual
facts.
science.
Yeah, that's how science works.
His last name is Miray, M-I-R-A-Y,
Okay.
and his first name is Elif, E-L-I-F.
Oh, I read it with PH.
Okay.
Sorry, it's pronounced Elif.
How dare you correct the pronunciation of my made-up name,
Rude.
sir? The other is there is a Klingon collector that lives in the Klingon Empire. That is he's sort of like an uncle to one of the great houses. So he's not involved in Klingon politics, but he's gained wealth by being affiliated with one of the
He
houses.
did it right. He doesn't have all the responsibilities.
Yeah.
But, yeah. That's,
But he kind of is sort of the black sheep uncle that made good, but it's not like Klingons are known for really caring about making a lot of money and being wealthy, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So he's kind of a weirdo, but and I don't know what I did with his name. But he is affiliated with the famous House of Duras.
Ooh. Famous, infamous.
Well, they haven't done
Either
all the
way.
infamous things yet. In the
That's true.
timeline.
But they've done a number of them.
Yes.
out of character, what should we know them for?
Yeah.
They are a house that seems to always be stirring up trouble.
Yeah. They're always trying to overthrow the Emperor.
Shit stirrers.
They
I
hate.
literally have that written down. It's like shit.
They're no good.
Like a swizzle stick of shit.
Got it.
Wait, is the swizzle stick made of shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Is the swizzle stick
Oh.
for shit?
Porque no stuff.
Yeah.
It's just shit on shit.
It's like a... Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just for clarity.
Good job, everybody.
Clarify the image in my brain. Thank you.
That's not an image you want to clarify in your brain.
Nope.
I'm telling you right now.
Nope.
Well, I did. Definitely did.
And he lives in a star system called Amar. A-M-A-R.
Okay.
ASMR.
He's a Klingon that whispers in the microphone.
Okay.
We're gonna go to
Malvta! Malvta!
Yeah, the Klingons do not have
Oh
ASMR.
my god, can you imagine Klingon ASMR? Oh my god.
It's the sound of a batleth scraping against the skull of your enemy.
Sharpening. Yeah.
Oh, that actually sounds
A
really
cervical
soothing.
column being disconnected. Yeah.
Why is that so funny?
Mats. Joy Chew.
It's them rubbing their hands along the ridges on their foreheads. I imagine it's like a washboard sound.
Klingons are also known for their ability to play spoons.
Oh god. Oh god.
Wow.
Now I want to see a Klingon folk band.
I'm starting to
Emmett
get
Otter's Klingon Jug Band.
I'm starting to get a little offended here, you guys. It's the one representative of the Klingon race. Gone a little too far, okay?
Okay, we'll back it up.
This is a little too far.
So,
Little rude.
I assume I would have to go back to the ship for that information.
No, I mean, you can access it. It's only logical to me that you would have brought at least a data pad, and that's still connected to the ship. I mean, the
Okay.
ship's in orbit. You have near instantaneous
And
communication.
I probably
with
would have been able to do the research very quickly while I was still with the group because my brain works faster than theirs.
it. Yes.
So you keep reminding
Yep.
us.
I mean,
Keeps
the
coming up.
only real limit is
Funny how
you
that
don't
keeps
have
coming
like
up.
a full interface, so you're slowed down by the fact that you just can't input what you need fast enough.
You actually have to type it.
Yeah.
Well, and you have to type it on a tiny little pad versus I have a whole desk
Yeah.
that's made up of lit up buttons.
Beep, beep.
Commander Kalim, it does appear that there are 2 collectors of antiquities within this general area
I'm not surprised.
that could provide additional leads in this. If we could narrow it down between these leads, we could perhaps contact them for more information.
I think it's worth getting in touch with them, but if we don't have anything by the end of our leave, I don't think this is a deep well. We have to move on with the mission.
It does seem to be of some consternation to some of the crew.
I respect that and your hunch,
There's something. There's something to this.
but the mission that we have actually been assigned has to take precedence.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but
So-
we're not going anywhere for like 2 days.
About 30 hours, yes.
Yeah, we have some time.
We should remind the crew that this leave was intended as a leave to give them a chance to have downtime to spend some free time doing the things that they enjoy doing, and this seems like perhaps something that does not fall within those parameters.
I mean, I'm not involving the whole rest of everyone else. You can go do whatever.
But are you relaxing adequately,
This is
Lieutenant?
this is relaxing for me. This is real relaxing.
You sound relaxed.
So relaxed.
This is great. This is fun. This is how I want to spend my time.
I get the feeling that this is not an accurate statement.
It's totally accurate. I said it, so it's accurate. We're good. This is great.
Many times people say one thing while feeling another. This is a part of my profession and something that I have to spend much time studying and discerning.
Yep. All that's true, and I'm telling you, this is great.
Trist looks at you and is obviously taking some sort of notes on her data pad.
Take all the notes. Let's you and me go call some traders. Come on, be fun.
This is also leave for myself.
What you? Oh,
Trist is entitled to her.
yeah, but what do you need time off for?
Lieutenant,
Just-
you need to.
okay, all right.
I was like, now who's racist?
Just saying. She's always talking about how she doesn't need to sleep.
That's her benefit,
All right.
not yours.
All the more reason that I am able to take in the arts and culture of this planet. And taking in the arts and culture helps me to better assist the crew if I can understand more things about behavior.
All right. Then I'll take the names and I'll make some calls. I'm good.
I don't see a problem with that.
You can do what you would like with this information, but again, I remind you, this is your chance to relax.
This is exactly relaxing for me. It's great.
Well, do report in if you find something.
Will do.
The doctor left already.
Oh yeah, I'm already with old doctor. I was like, I'm just observing this because I am
Yeah.
not here.
I'm just watching you like this is a bad. I don't know who's got a better idea right now. To be fair, I was gonna. Are there gun ranges on Risa?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was gonna offer if you'd like to go to a gun range and shoot things with me away from them, we could do that.
I don't want to go shoot things. There's a mystery. There's someone I don't trust. I need to
That
get
was
to the bottom of
real awkward Andorian flirting.
Wasn't.
I feel like it was. That's my
I felt like
headcanon.
it was too. Like she was like
Just trying to
sending
diffuse
the
this
message.
If you want to go somewhere far away from all these people we know, we could engage in an activity that no
If
one
you
else is interested in.
And
Pursue an
Rorg is just
activity
like,
that people aren't used to. Aren't
they're,
interested.
they're not on the ship though.
I hate you.
I can just go up to the ship and I'd be away from all these people. So
All right, whatever.
I'm just gonna
Well, enjoy your time. We'll see you in 29 and a half hours.
see you in 29 hours.
I tried to back you up there.
I appreciate the effort. I just was not picking up what you were putting down.
I noticed. I just imagine everyone walked away and Petta's like, okay.
Aww.
Good times.
So, you guys are walking back through the luau, and you see one of the crew members, Frank Cortial, the lieutenant pilot. He's sitting.
You mean like our primary pilot?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's a name I should know. I need a list of all the crew names.
I sent it to
I
you.
don't think you did. There's no evidence of that.
Except I'm holding it in my hand. I created this document and I digitally sent it
How
to you.
could you have sent it to me if you're holding it in your hand? Ah?
Oh,
He's got you there.
He does really. That's
I believe there's evidence because there was another crew member in that digital conversation.
I'm getting the feeling this table has problems with understanding art, like science and technology. I think we should abort the mission in-game and out of game.
whew, for space explorers. Yeah, we're real easy on the science. But that's great.
Not all of us.
It's hilarious to me that there's like the divide down the table. It's like here's the completely rational scientific crew members,
yeah.
More like loosey-goosey.
and here's the like we feel things.
Yeah, which is funny because
What are
we
you
didn't.
saying about it?
Like, this isn't our
was
normal
great.
seating
I
arrangement.
know, yeah,
But just like
Yeah.
worked
Shook
out
down
this
this
way.
way. Oh, that's funny.
but it's pretty good. So Frank is sitting there, and he's got like this giant drink with a huge paper umbrella in it,
Sweet.
and he's
Doing it
just
right.
sitting there drinking alone and looking kind of glum,
Oh.
and just kind of sitting there, and like he sees you, and he like gives you guys the polite nod and that kind of stuff, but he's just sort of sitting there.
Well, I'm gonna head that way. Should we say hello to the lieutenant?
The
I mean-
comfort of the crew is my priority.
Well, I'm gonna say hello. Lieutenant, wait, what was his name? Cordial?
Cordial, yeah.
Lieutenant Cordial.
Yes, Commander.
It's nice to see you enjoying yourself.
Yeah, yeah. They have great drinks here. This is fun.
Excellent.
So you are finding your time off relaxing.
Yes. Yeah.
What did you do today?
I kind of sat here and had some of these drinks, and I was gonna try and do some windsurfing stuff, but I lost track of time and missed my appointment. So.
Well, there's time in the morning. If you
Yeah,
like.
no, there's time tomorrow for sure. You guys been having fun?
You wouldn't believe the cave tour we went on this morning.
It was fascinating.
You went to the cave tour, huh?
Yeah, they did an extended one just for us.
Oh,
And
the extended cave tour.
is he laughing?
He's laughing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
He's like, oh, it was really fun.
Yeah, Lieutenant, I'm not joking.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
The caves are artificial.
Really? They built them so they could have a tour.
Built them so they can have a cave
Now,
tour.
that's incredibly disappointing.
You wouldn't know it from looking at them.
No, they're a pretty impressive formation. I
Makes
mean,
me undeniably happy. I'm sorry over here.
I suppose really that makes it more of a museum or a work of art, which
Yeah.
is equally interesting to me.
That is the point that I would make as well.
Mental gymnastics.
Justification.
I definitely did not waste 3 hours of my morning.
Nope, not at all.
Human ingenuity never ceases to amaze.
Well, sentient ingenuity is certainly impressive.
Yeah, they look human, but they are a separate race here. The Rysons are their own people. But essentially, they just do stuff to make everybody else happy. Like, that's their culture goal.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
Host culture.
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. But yeah, he's still kind of chuckling. He's like, yeah, you know, they saw that some people wanted to go explore natural wonders, and so they decided they would make a cave tour.
Well, I'm glad you told us that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry if it
interesting.
ruined the magic.
No, it's just different magic than I thought it was.
But it wasn't magic at all.
The emotional feeling that people feel sometimes is described as magical, as a metaphor.
Trist does not compute.
Not having any of that.
Out of character, do we know whether Trist has an emotion chip or not?
Trist does not currently have
Okay.
it.
Yeah, so then it wasn't 100% rude to explain what an emotion is.
No. No, I think it was more of a look of Trist processing
Like
and
if you
trying,
say so.
and trying to kind of take this in whenever there's, turns of phrase and things. Because every culture uses them differently.
It's a sentiment that actually Bajoran and human culture have it's a very similar experience, I think, because we both have devout portions of our communities, and I think it's similar in essence.
Seems a fair point.
Yeah.
But yeah. You guys gonna put out your statues later? Give it a try?
I don't think I will.
I don't believe that is a part of the culture that I need to experience.
Fair enough. Just curious.
How about you?
Not today. No. And he looks kind of uncomfortable about that.
He started it. I'm now visualizing Kalim as like kind of the mom from Sex Education who's just willing to talk about any, like, will launch into any personal subject if you open that door.
Oh boy.
In like clinical detail.
Oh no.
Oh man,
So much.
this ship has HR, right?
That's Trist.
Yeah.
Trist is basically HR.
Well, it's actually
AR.
the two of them.
Awesome.
HRAI.
Oh yeah, it's our job together. Literally, as like the XO and
Yeah.
I 100% believe you, and I am super excited with this chain of command. Just making sure.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you guys have fun.
All right. Well, good night.
I recommend this one, and whatever you point. You
Sure.
know, some random crazy drink.
Do I have any way of like telling if any of like who of the crew is at the luau right now? Of like a Find My Crew app or
You could probably do that. It's probably a little rude.
oh, is that creepy? Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if there's a security reason, like,
Yeah,
if
right,
you're, like,
right.
assuming that someone's gone missing or...
Right. No. What I
something-
wanted to do was like figure out who's here and just buy everyone a drink. Because I don't think I can buy 400 people. Well, we don't pay for anything.
That's true.
But they can just get the drinks for free. It's like a weird gesture.
Oh, right. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, erase,
Yeah,
erase,
it's
erase.
just, otherwise you're just going to nanny cam them, and that's pretty
No, I didn't want to do that. That's creepy. I'm just trying to figure out, like, send these people drinks, but, like, I
Wait.
don't need to do that.
There isn't even a roster as to, like, who...
There is absolutely a
gonna
list of
say,
who's
there's
on the
gotta be,
planet
like,
and
an
who stayed on the
excursion
ship.
leader.
And
Everyone
you
still has
know
their-
generally where their accommodations are and
Yeah.
stuff. And you could you absolutely could pinpoint every crew member on the planet
Yeah.
Yes.
if you wanted to do that.
The point
but-
was not for voyeurism. I was...
No. But I mean, like, it's just like since everybody's on leave, unless there's a real reason to do so, it kind of would be weird.
I get it.
I think. I mean,
I agree.
you're the commander, so
Yeah,
you
no,
decide
that-
your own
that is
way.
a
But
weird thing to do. Yeah, okay. Well, I think this has been a very exciting evening, and I'm ready to go back to my room. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say goodnight and let Ubrazy know I'm going up to the room. I don't know when he's gonna come up, but this has been a day.
Yeah, I think Trist will probably go back to her quarters as well.
on planet, stay or go back to the ship.
Probably staying on planet with the rest of the crew.
Sure.
But-
And you all
but
got
available to the crew as needed. They know that they can still contact her. She's not going to be asleep.
Sure. And you all still have your comm badges, so like you can be contacted and can contact others if need be.
Yeah.
Imagine a commander like, "Boop, boop, boop. Everyone enjoy your evening. Good night.
Just what they wanted to hear. I'm on the dance floor.
Alos is like mid-swerve.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, great.
Just don't worry about that.
Not actually, just
Please do it anyway.
no.
All right. So, Doctor,
Yeah.
you have gotten back to
Let me just give you
Ogoth.
Yeah.
give you your room to work.
Oh my god. I don't know if I need that much space, really. I mean,
So,
I'm not going to take that much.
so
I
you're
was like,
going,
really? No.
Doctor, please.
There's a lot happening in the studio right now.
Very flexible. All right, so
So, are you just straight heading for Ogoth and going to try and convince him to go back to his ship? Or
hey,
what's
you
your
know,
plan?
Yep,
Okay.
sure. I'll take it. Thanks. I'll take it.
All right.
So, hey, handsome. How's it going?
Oh, very well. The captain liked your crew.
Oh, we loved him. It was so fun.
He looks forward to business dealings. If you find any unique things to trade.
Oh, definitely. We're always running into things as we travel. So, be happy to send some business your guys' way. Most definitely.
That'd be
And so
wonderful.
you get some more jewelry, maybe.
Oh, it would be great.
So, strange request. I've never seen an Orion ship up close, like inside.
Oh.
Just wondering if maybe I could get a private tour with you.
And he kind of looks around to see who's listening. He's kind of like looks over to because he doesn't get to sit in the cabana. right?
No, you're like right outside.
Like he's the
right?
guy like outside, out front, and he's kind of like glancing over his shoulder and
Those
looking to see.
uncomfortable tall chairs that you have to like perch on.
Yeah, like the bar stool with no bar. Yeah, but it's, the bar stool shaped like a tractor seat for theming.
Oh,
You're
those
like,
are terrible.
so why?
Nope.
But he kind of looks in the tent and he sees people are still partying and stuff, and he goes, I could show you. We would have to be subtle.
Oh, I'll work on that. I can try.
I will meet you beyond the lagoon in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll see you there. All right, big guy.
We are 12.
I know.
I just hear sex.
Like a Tuscan Raider?
Oh,
I see.
Yeah. With the bat instead of the...
I'm so excited. I'm going to the lagoon right now, you guys. Okay, bye.
So excited for you.
Oh.
So, several minutes later, you
Yes.
get over on the other side of the... It's sort of like lit with these glowing lanterns around the edge of it. And he comes like hustling. Right? Like he is not subtle at all. He's like, and like out trucking around. Because he's like beyond the lagoon, and you walked over there, and then now he's trying to catch up, but he didn't realize like the lagoon is 300
Huge.
yards wide. So he's like, whoa.
He doesn't want to run that.
This does not bode well
Yeah.
for you.
I think it's going to be just fine.
He's already out of breath.
Reserves of stamina. But he gets around the end and he sees you and he's like, I'm quite excited to show you the ship.
I'm excited to see your ship.
I will signal for transport.
Okay.
When we arrive, I have to ask you to not speak to any other crew people.
Oh, okay.
Because they will assume that they have the right to take you from me.
So this is like a role play. Okay. So
I don't
this
understand.
is kind of like you're in charge and I'm like you're submissive. Is that what you're saying?
No, I fear that
I
fear that another crew member may attempt to take you away from me.
Okay.
For I am very low in the crew ranks.
Oh. Okay.
So if they do not think that you are worth anything, they will likely not bother us.
Oh, so they can't know how smart I am, is what you're
Yes.
saying. All right. So if I play dumb.
Yes.
It'll
the
work
less
out.
you interact with them, the less likely they are to.
Okay. I'll just stay close to you. It'll be fine.
That would be good.
Okay.
And he pulls out, like, he reaches into his bandolier thing and he pulls out, like, a big sort of boxy communicator deal. And he signals the ship and he goes, all right. And he reaches out, takes your hand.
Uh-huh.
Transport.
And I'm
You
just going to
guys-
jump on his back.
You're not getting away from me!
Oh, jeez.
And you guys, it's kind of a weird swirly effect in a surprisingly pleasant blue color.
Ooh.
And you arrive in a very, for you, a very, very dank ship.
Oof.
Like it
Smells.
smells and it's
Not the good kind of dank, but
no, like it's
dank
very
means-
yeah.
Nope.
Not like California dank, but like
no,
real. Okay.
like California last week, dank.
Oh.
Like real,
A little
just
sweaty.
Florida.
kind of chill and
Oh.
cold and damp
Okay.
and
Yep.
smells.
Is it like mildewy up in there?
It's
What's-
not.
okay.
Like, it seems like there's probably a ship system that's stopping that from happening.
Okay, but if it wasn't, it would be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
In minutes.
Yeah. Like, it smells a lot like gym socks and Yoo-hoo.
Those are very specific, disgusting things
Yeah.
together. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Okay, great.
Now you know where we're at.
Yep.
So, and he kind of proudly goes, like, gives you the behold.
Wow. Impressive. I like try to hold back a little, like I puked a little bit in my throat just a little bit because it's not what I wanted as far as atmosphere.
And he goes, come, I will show you.
Oh, great.
Ship.
Oh, yeah, I have to be quiet. Sorry, yes. Great. This is so exciting.
And he walks over to the door, and it's like, it's not the gentle Starfleet whoosh door. It's like he gets over near it, and it's like, doors. And he starts walking you down a corridor, and you see a surprising number of Orion women on board.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's quite a few.
Just running around loose?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
And
Impressive.
wearing clothes.
Whoa.
Like, not like they've escaped
Holy
from
moly.
horrors untold.
Okay.
Like, they're just there, and they seem to be doing crew member activities
Wow.
around the ship.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Secretly progressive. All right, Orions.
We'll find out.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, like, not holding my breath. Well, a little bit, but anyway.
And, like, you see, and like, as Olgoth walks by, Ogoth. I keep wanting to put an L in there.
Same.
It's your character. You can.
Yeah,
will
but
not
I
call you
didn't
on it.
before, and if I'm not consistent,
Yeah,
I'll
you
get
do,
dinged
you
on
do
that.
mispronounce the names you make up sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's.
You need to be corrected.
You stay on me, and I'll be fine.
That's right. Alifa life. Elif.
Elif.
Eliaf.
Oh, I like that.
Backwards, his name is File.
He's a data processor. What do you want? His parents weren't that creative.
I take umbrage with that.
So, and as he walks by, like, you see that, like, several crew members will walk by, and he kind of gives them a little nod, and then, like a sort of severe-looking Orion woman walks by, and, like, he does, like, this, almost like a genuflect sort of a thing. And she kind of looks at him, and she looks at you, and she kind of frowns, and gets the I just ate a whole mess of lemons face,
Oh, boy.
and walks on.
Okay.
At the end of the corridor, though, she, like, pauses, and you can hear that, like, she stops and, like, turns back and is kind of looking, and you see that he's, like, nervously glancing over his shoulder and, like, walking you along down the hall. And then he rounds the corner and steps up to another door that slams open, and it's a room that's too small for, like, a Starfleet sort of quarters in this era. But it's sort of like, it's like one of those little mini IKEA rooms at the showroom, right? So, like, it's actually pretty well designed.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a little desk, and then it's like a little ladder that goes up to a loft bed, and a little closet in the corner.
An efficiency studio.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Is this your room, oh God?
Yes, this is where I am allowed to stay. When I'm not working, of course.
Oh, so nice. You don't share it with anybody, do you?
No one else would want to be in here.
Oh, why not?
This is a lowly cabin for me, as I am just a lowly crew.
You are not lowly to me.
Oh.
Until you get down. Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt.
No, please and thank you.
Boy.
Oh, my armpits just got hot. Hi. So, yeah, this is very nice. What's it like up the little ladder here?
That is my sleeping space. If you would like to see it.
Oh, great. I, like, crawl up.
And he's like, you can tell like he's embarrassed and he's excited and he's still oblivious to some degree.
Gosh. So I'm literally gonna have to crawl up. Are you okay, Epetta?
I love it.
Okay. So I crawl up on the bed and I'm like, and I'm like gonna take my little pose, like hand on hip, like, you gonna come up here and join me or what?
Well, and then he's and then he like runs over to the little closet space and slides it open, and then he comes back with like several flasks, for lack of a bit, like glass containers of various liquids, and he's like, "I brought these.
Great.
They smell good."
Okay, what is this a gift for me or what?
I am told that they perhaps may make this better. To spend time together.
Oh. Nice.
And he like opens up one, and it actually smells pretty good.
Nice.
Surprisingly like their food.
It's better than everything else so far. This is great.
Yeah. But like he kind of sprinkles it all over the bed.
Oh, okay. So it's like
And it's not-
aromatherapy? Like, what's going on?
That's kind of exactly what it is. It's like just weird.
Okay.
And it's
So sweet.
you for sure get the feeling like he's just super nervous and
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do with this stuff, and
Yeah.
he's
Oh
like,
boy.
This is going to be...
He read a book.
yeah, or like some other crew member told him at some point, like, keep some of this on hand.
just in case you
Just
bring a
in
lady
case,
back.
yeah. They don't want to be in a stinky Orion bed. They want something that smells nice. So, yeah.
I think so. I feel kind of bad right now. It
So-
sounds like it's
Not that bad.
I said kinda. Someone's got to be there.
So, from there, whatever you want to do with Olgoth, he's on board.
Great. It happens.
Yeah.
That's good. Since I'm here, that's
I'm sorry, what?
not looking. I am not looking. I'm staying.
Where did that leg come from?
I told you I'm very
Just right
flexible.
here. Just right here.
Network sensors fade to black.
That's why I said it happened. So, back to you.
Dear listeners.
But
I apologize for anyone listening.
I call this position the Kirk.
I call it the captain.
Crow's nest.
it's like the Kirk Fu, like that meme that went around that was like, yeah, here's like the open hand chop, the double hand chop.
Oh my gosh. We were just playing doctor. It's fine. Okay. And
Cool. So, what is there anything else you want to accomplish?
Yeah,
Obviously,
absolutely.
you came here with multiple reasoning.
Oh, yeah. Ha! Yes, I did. Sorry. She just said multiples. All right, so I'm about to, once everything's said and done or whatever, like, I'm going to be like, oh, God, but I would love to, this was amazing. I would just love a little walk maybe around, like, just to see a couple little spots on your ship, like, maybe command or, like, just, I'll be real, like, subservient right behind you so no one suspects anything.
I could show you my duty station.
Oh, yeah, that seems right.
Didn't he already do that?
And cheers.
Did they get like 60s gauzy robes?
Oh my God, I hope so.
Like Orion
Yeah.
style?
Some like just like swath of material to like wrap
Yeah, it's like
around.
made for him when it's double your
Oh
size.
my God, it's amazing.
So it's
yeah.
like a royal wedding train on you, like.
I just like pretending to be all submissive behind him and think it's hilarious.
And he's totally like,
He loves it.
Exactly. I had sex.
So he's being real cool about it.
oh yeah, for sure.
So subtle. After he's
For
like
sure.
asked me to be subtle this whole time, it's like, gosh, he doesn't even know what that is.
Not even a little bit. But he kind of gets himself dressed and buckles on his various accoutrements, and then walks you back out into the hallway, and then he walks you along and takes you into. It looks like like a big cargo bay, but it's like the little room at the top behind glass that can observe and like coordinate
Observation deck.
loading and unloading stuff from there. So he takes you in there and like he points out to the deck and he's like, "This is where we take on our cargo and offload things."
You
And
can see almost everything from up here. This is nice.
yes, it is a good place to work.
It's a good position for you.
I'm quite lucky that the captain allowed me to do this instead of having to clean the ship.
Oh, you used to clean it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I bet you know every inch of this place then, don't you?
Well, I was not very good at cleaning it,
Oh, no, honey.
which is why the captain, I think, gave me this job instead.
That's great, too.
Yes. I had a hard time fitting into some of the smaller access.
Because you're so
Panels.
big. Oh my goodness. I believe it.
But
so, can you... I was like, so, is that... You guys... I'm trying to get reconnaissance information.
I know. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Ruining this game.
No, it's fine. I'm just like, I want to giggle too. It's too
I have to
much.
be careful not to make eye contact with Clara.
It's just the worst. It's like it's all
dissolve.
over. It's all over. I know. Honestly, like my back is hurting. It's hilarious because I can feel her giggles on
Avert your
the back of my
eyes.
body. Like,
You guys, I'm so tired. Everything is hilarious. I'm also like 5.
and he's so
crying.
big, he can't fit in all the places. So I'm gonna ask him about. So that ship you guys got, you guys have already offloaded it to your collector?
yes, that is how we got our payment and were able to come here.
That's amazing. Do you happen to have any pictures of it up here? Or any, like, images from when you got it?
Perhaps we did not load it into the cargo bay, but we towed it with us.
Oh, it was that big, huh?
It was fairly large. And you have some knowledge of Orion ships, and they don't have any giant ships. They're much more of the smaller side. Like the Barbican is bigger than any Orion ship you've ever heard of.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But they have lots of little vessels because it's a lot easier to get in and out
Right.
and do nefarious things.
Right.
So do you have any, like, sheets that have the specifications for it? I'm just very curious about it.
Oh, and he kind of goes over to the computer and why don't you give me, because this is a game, we should roll dice once in a while. Why don't you give me like a daring and security?
Daring and security. Okay.
Or daring command, whichever's better for you.
It's the same.
Okay.
All right. So it's 10 either way.
Okay.
Either.
Because you're kind of trying to convince him
Yep,
to do
that's
something.
a fail and a fail. So that was fun.
So he's like, I probably should not show you the whole file about it, but I can show you an image.
Oh, great. Okay.
But you cannot take it with you.
Oh, why would I do that?
Well,
That would be silly.
I would get in very big trouble.
I would never want you to be in trouble.
So,
I'm
and
just
like
very curious
he
about
brings
this
up
shit.
on his little station, it's a kind of a. And as soon as I draw it, there's going to be people that know exactly what it is,
Ooh.
and they're going to be upset with me.
Okay, great.
Especially because we had a lot of theories last time after the game.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did.
I wasn't privy to them because you guys
No,
talked.
we were talking with you last time. We had theories about what the ship was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get what they were.
Oh, I thought it was one of the whale things.
Mm.
Oh, the whale probes.
That's
Whale
right. It is
probes.
not a whale
Star
probe.
Trek 4.
Yep.
That would be way easier to draw, and I should have done that.
Those things were rad.
I just
Well, wait a second. I think I know what those
fingers
ships are.
crossed for. That's not a submarine. Sorry, everybody. But, I mean, that's a broke submarine if it is.
I'm not a freaking artist, man. Give me a break.
Nice.
Is that true?
That's really terrible.
I like it.
Everyone's a critic. I can't see it from here.
I didn't
have no
mean
idea
it was a
what looks
bad
like.
drawing. I'm just saying that's the wrong shape to be a submarine.
It's not really.
Oh, never mind. It was
that's a
upside
great
down.
submarine.
Nope, I take it all back. It was
What
upside
color
down and I didn't understand what I was looking at. Yeah. I'm the a-hole here.
What color is it?
It looks yellow. Just for
Yeah.
I'm real tired,
the
guys.
yellow legal
Yellow with some blue stripes on it.
So the
We
Octopus's
all
garden.
live in a...
Legal.
Legal submarine.
So it is similar to that,
Ooh.
and it's all it's metallic.
Okay.
So it's sort of a silverish metal that you can tell like had been out there a very long time and was kind of
Set adrift.
well that it obviously had some minor impacts from space debris or something through its time, probably some kind of the radiation of interstellar space on it caused it to get not rusty because there's no oxygen, but look worn and kind of messed up like that.
Okay.
I feel like if Adam was here, he would recognize it instantly. I have no
I've
idea.
got a pretty good idea of what it is.
Cool. I have no idea.
All right, great. Oh, wow.
That is what it looked like. It was fairly long, almost longer than our vessel.
Yeah, that is big. I get
But
why you had to tow it.
it had no warp capabilities.
Ooh.
There we go.
All right. Well, nice work, you guys. That was great.
Yes, another big score like that, and I will perhaps get a chance to work in food distribution, or
Your food here is very good. A little messy, but delicious.
I cannot wait to prepare more dishes for the captain
Oh yeah,
and the rest of the senior
he's
crew.
got quite an appetite, doesn't he? Huh?
He does.
You know who else has quite an appetite?
Oh. He kind of turns into like half Santa Claus and like does like a belly laugh kind of. But yes, and in here we are also responsible for making sure that the ship is secure when other people come on board for trade in the hold.
Oh yeah. That
There
sounds
are
very
there are
important.
several security officers that are usually here when we are engaged in.
Oh okay. So we should be careful in here, is what you're saying.
Well, I do not believe that anyone is coming to do trade at the moment. Like the hold looks pretty empty actually. Like, there's not a lot in there.
Oh, so no one's here right now?
No, the security officers should not be here today.
Oh, I have an idea then. It's empty. Well,
Wow.
Wow. Olgoth is just going to come
I'm
out
just going to
like,
reward him handsomely
you know.
for giving me information, and then we'll be on our way.
Maybe he falls asleep and you take the picture.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
he.
Had not crossed my mind.
If you want to convince him to do anything here,
Yeah.
you'd probably have to make a roll.
Okay, great.
She reaches right
What do we want?
Um,
Daring and what?
Well, let's do
Physics.
probably daring in command.
Okay. I should have switching dice. Okay, that's 2 successes.
Okay.
This is role playing done right. We're winning.
The dice are there to support the fiction. But he kind of like, you can tell he's nervous.
Oh yeah.
But he's like he goes over to the door and it slams open and he looks outside and then he like lets it close and then he like does the little manual lock thing on it. But
Jam a butter knife in the door frame.
Yeah.
They don't use knives here.
their food is like unto the texture of butter. But pass me one of the red dice, please.
One red die.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh yeah.
We all are.
Okay. So
Can't keep it.
But what if I need it again?
I'll give it to you.
Wow.
Wow.
Commander.
Nothing happens. But after you're done, he like immediately is like the like post realization of like, holy shit, I could totally get murdered today. Like
Just fired.
Not
Yeah.
fired, but murdered.
yeah. And so like you can see like he hustles to get dressed again, and he's like pushing the robe thing at you like,
Oh, okay.
oh
Yeah. Got it.
we should go.
Okay.
Yes, and like he goes over and he's like unlocks the door and he pokes his head out, and then you can see that he looks really concerned, and he's like, oh, and like he does the nod thing, and then like two of the Orion women on board walk by, and then he goes, is there anywhere else you would like to see while you are here on the ship?
Nothing.
What? Oh no.
No, I could just see the like drama comedy thing pop up.
Oh god.
I don't know what it means, but
Oh,
No.
somebody purchased an NPC with their beers.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
I was like, is that us?
Oh, boy.
Okay. I think this was a very good trip up here. I just don't want you to get in trouble or anything. So
No, I
maybe we should head back down to the planet. I don't know.
that would probably be best. I will.
I can show you where I'm staying down on Risa.
Oh, that would be
Just saying.
most welcome.
Okay.
And he's kind of. You can tell he's kind of worn out though. Like,
I'm gonna kill
As
this
he
man.
should be.
I mean, I have other friends. So
So glad I'm on the ship already.
so
yeah, we're gonna head back down to Risa.
yes,
Great.
he. As you guys walk back to the transporter room, when you get there, that sort of severe-looking Orion woman is in the transporter room. She goes, Ogath, did you have permission to bring an outsider onto the ship? And Ogath kind of like does the bow, and he goes, no, I did not. I thought that it would be a good time to not interfere in ship operations as we are not here for anything.
That's nice.
And she goes, next time you must request permission before you bring someone. I will be watching you, Ogath.
And I'm like cowering in the corner. Oh.
And like
I mean, faux cowering. I mean, I don't know how to cower. I mean, that's not in my character, but
An approximation.
yeah, I'll do what I
it's
think
super
looks
awkward.
like cowering.
You're just like,
Oh, so scared. Oh, terrifying lady.
and then like she gestures for you to step up onto the transporter pad. And Ogath, like, he takes 2 steps and she goes, Ogath, wait. And then he turns around again and she, like, belts him, like, just hauls off and
Wow.
he goes, you will remember for next time. And he goes, yes, I will remember.
Oh.
And he steps up onto the platform next to you. Like, you can see, like the skin on the side of his face is all, like, super green.
Oh.
Like,
Wow.
Oh, my poor baby. Okay.
and then you are transported back to the surface.
I mean, he didn't get killed.
Good thing
Yeah.
you're a doctor.
I know, that's what I was just supposed to say. I'm about to be like, I have my whoop, like, whatever wand to, like, touch his little face up when we get back. So I'm going to take him back to my quarters and be like, hey, you know what? I have something for that.
Oh, no. If I return and it is not still a mark, I will be punished more severely.
Seriously?
Oh, wow.
No.
Yes. I
Well,
made a
at least
mistake.
Can I give you a little something for the pain?
Oh,
I have something I think that will help you.
I suppose that would be fine.
Okay.
And he's going to get wrecked. Like, whatever you give him
Yeah.
is way too much
Yeah.
for him. And he's
Well, I just wasn't sure because he's so big, so I probably like give him like a stupid dose of like whatever needs to happen.
and he's just like, like,
Oh, he's out. So
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
time while he's. I'm gonna leave him in my quarters, let him rest because he's out now.
yeah.
I'm gonna go find my people.
Maybe he tricked you so he could hack your comm unit.
No, he's not that smart.
Have you met Ogoth?
Not Ogoth.
The Orion
Could be a
conspiracy.
show. Could be a show.
Nah, pretty sure. Nah.
You leave Ogoth in your quarters. Next thing you know, the Barbican's left orbit. Everybody around. There's just this message buoy from Rorg, like, the Orions have taken the ship. I've walled off engineering, but I don't know how long I can hold out.
All right, so I'm gonna go find Epetta and Kalim and like, hey guys.
Are we? Did I?
Well, I think
Yeah.
we all
I
kind of.
think
Did you all go to bed?
Yeah.
They
He
all
went to
wa-
bed. They
You're
went,
still
they went
up
to
though.
bed.
Are you still
I'm on
up?
the ship. Yeah, I'm on the ship. I'm up.
All right. So maybe can I like beep boop bop and try to talk
Yeah,
with you a little?
yeah.
Is that even possible?
I don't even know. I don't know how that works.
Beep boop bop. Hey.
You have a calling card?
Oh my god. I'm like
Who
beep.
are you calling? Who are you calling?
He was MCI.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll just collect call.
Rorg,
Okay,
I'm
sure.
just- But I do let it. I made it onto the ship, Rorg. I did it.
Oh, cool.
I saw.
What did you find?
I saw an image of this ship.
Can you like
they are.
draw me an approximation?
Yeah,
on,
I think I
like,
can. I'm
yellow lined paper. Of
Oh my
what
God.
you remember?
How crazy! And then I like send him this.
All rights and paper is yellow and line.
And so I'm gonna enter that into the ship's computer.
Certainly.
And
So, yeah, let's do reason science?
reason and the science. So 10.
Or reason engineering.
Let's do reason engineering
Sure.
because that's a 14.
You're going to need probably 3 successes.
3 successes.
Because this is a very obscure
I guess you're trying to
Thing.
get a reverse
Why do you
image
not want me to
search
have fun?
of a very ancient
This is fun for
and
me.
hand drawn.
Of a doodle.
of a doodle
Uh,
from a doctor's memory of what she saw
I
on the
don't think I
monitor
can
for a
get
couple minutes.
anyone to agree for me to spend threat to get an extra die
Oh, I
on
totally
this.
want you to.
Yeah,
'Cause I
I
just
don't-
want to see this go.
At this
They don't
point,
have to agree.
He's not happy.
I'm not mad. I just don't think it's worth it.
It's probably not, but like this is.
I think it's going to be fun.
This
I'm
rabbit
going to
hole
do
has
it.
been
What
so
the hell?
fun to be a part of.
Dude.
I'll spend a threat, get an extra die. Ooh, so I got a complication, a critical success, which counts for 2, and a regular success because it's a 14. So 3 successes, but a complication.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Sometimes complications come up at the weirdest times. Like,
Yeah.
what's the complication for you using your own computer?
I don't know. It tells me something I do not want to hear.
Yeah.
That makes things not good.
Sorry, Rorg, I can't do that.
It's just Majel Barrett's voice going, Daisy.
Open the pod bay doors.
So, the first thing that comes up is sort of like a history of human spaceflight
Right.
sort of video. And it goes up to as we're all aware,
Yes.
the great genetic engineering wars of the 90s.
Yep. Oh yeah, you guys remember that,
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
right? You
Yeah.
know when the superhumans took over the subcontinent of India.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a thing that totally happened. I remember it real clearly.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then they were replaced by the British later.
Yeah.
It was terrible in the remake of our history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this history of spaceflight up to then,
Right.
and it includes the early generation ships
Yeah.
that were built and sent out from Earth pre-warp to attempt to reach distant stars and start colonies
That's right.
So it would have been full of humans.
at some point.
Yeah.
Superhumans?
Oh, that's a thing, huh?
Yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah.
That was a thing. 'Cause,
Isn't-
yeah,
I don't know Star Trek well enough to.
The story we're referencing is the story of Khan.
That's what I was
from
going to
Yes.
ask,
Yeah.
but like I didn't
Yeah.
know.
I was going to say, I definitely clicked the
Khan.
hyperlink that takes me to Khan Noonien Singh.
Yes.
The genetic superhuman who attempted to take over the Enterprise and then attempted to blow it up
Yeah.
twice. Great. That's awesome.
And managed to make a planet.
Yes.
At one point.
By accident.
Tight.
Tight. Good times. Good times. We really want generations of those guys in the hands of somebody. So, I was right. There was a problem. I'm just saying. There's an issue.
And they're only humans.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
All right. Well, with that information, I'm...
However,
the complication...
the complication, it seems like your...
The ship explodes.
The local eject.
Is that bad? Do we need that?
Your search
yeah.
for the sketch and stuff, it seems like it's... You know that it has triggered several security warnings and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's safe to assume that your search for this topic has been noted by someone somewhere else.
Sure. I'm just going to blow through that for right now. Ignore that. That's a future me problem. As I let you know, so it's an old colony ship from Earth. That was launched at a time of genetic experimentation.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So there's a chance, like a chance. I'm not saying for sure, but there's a chance that it might be filled with I don't know, genetic supermen.
Oh. Okay.
Hell bent on world domination.
Oh, perfect.
So,
and it's in the hand of a collector we don't know?
Of who knows?
Have you done any research on that, or have you figured out anything more?
I was working on it.
Okay, well, I did my job. I'm just checking to see what you're doing.
I
mean, I've had a long day.
Did you know?
I don't want to know. I'm not asking for details.
I'm not offering them up, but it was a lot, okay?
That sounds like a lot.
It's more than I'm used to.
All right. Well, just give me a couple hours to try to track down these two guys and get a sense of which one of them might have this ship that could be full of genetic supermen bent on world domination.
Great. Saving the universe again.
Well, we actually didn't really save the universe at all. Ever. So, that was all a simulation. Remember how that was a simulation? Anyway.
You know what? I've been around a long time. I've saved the universe before.
All right. But thanks. This is good information. I'm gonna take it and run.
Great.
We'll loop in command in the morning when they wake up.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get some rest.
Yeah.
Or not. All right. Talk with you later.
All right. Rorg out.
10-4? I don't know.
There are still procedures.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm rolling a procedure.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yes. So I try to get into contact with these two guys. What were they? Mimway?
The dealers got
Myray.
Myray?
Or the high ray.
And I found the...
Oh. I'm sad now.
I like it. I'll allow it.
I'm so glad.
Of course you will.
You really should not reward me for that kind of behavior.
That is outstanding behavior that I will reward at every turn.
Oh my god.
Want a clicker?
And then the...
No.
Good luck with that.
Is that not how you train like over?
And
Mac really loves clickers.
and then the Klingon, that I found his name, Chromiz Zeg.
Chromazeg. Ugh. I don't like the sound of any part of that guy. I'm going to start with Myray.
Okay. And you're just going to call him like, hey, how's it going? Heard you might have bought a ship full of genetic super mutants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, you know,
subtle.
I'm right now trying to figure out how far my willingness, because I do have espionage as a talent, but how far my willingness to, I'm not going to go so far as to sit in the captain's chair. I'm going to draw a line there that seems reasonable.
Okay.
And not imply that I'm the captain.
Your shirt is eating your mind.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No. Oh, don't eat the
I'm
mic.
about to drop mine.
No. And instead, I'm going to call him and say, I'm, what am I now? Lieutenant? Just full lieutenant.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Rorg of the Federation. I'm investigating the purchase of a ship that we have flagged as questionable. I have had good intelligence that you are possibly in possession of this contraband, and request that you respond immediately to my demands.
All right.
Hardcore. No.
You're going for it.
Yeah, no, I've got the gold uniform, and so I didn't say what department I worked in. I have not yet told a lie.
Technicality.
Technically correct, the best kind of correct.
Exactly.
So,
Well, can't really disagree.
No, you can't.
so let's go with daring and command.
All right, hold on 1 second.
But I have to break it to you, it's not going to be easy.
It's all right.
So I think we'll need 4 successes.
4 successes?
You're just trying to straight up intimidate some dude you don't know anything about into returning something he might have paid a whole mess of money for.
Enough for like all those guys to have a vacation.
But for maybe nefarious purposes.
Also true.
Definitely call up
It's
Mr.
like,
Villain.
maybe he is a really bad guy, and he's going to be like, hey, I just got this call from this nice lieutenant dude, and he said I should give back my evil plan. Maybe I'm not going to go with that.
Good point. Fair point. Those are all fair points.
So,
I have a suggestion, but I don't want to play your game.
No,
for you.
please.
Yeah. The horn of out of character.
Yeah, hold on. All right, so it's weird with the antenna as well.
It's triple.
My suggestion would be to make the call as an insurance agent who might be looking to help someone buy insurance for a large purchase that might be compromised, especially if you bought it from seedy means like, I don't know, Orion
Orions?
traders.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought.
You know that Trist doesn't sleep.
That's true. But Trist also made it very clear that he was on vacation.
Yeah, but there was also a clarity that there didn't seem to be evidence of anything nefarious either.
Yeah, I mean, our whole argument was predicated on the lack of evidence.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
She did give you information.
That's true.
So, do with that as you will.
no, I mean, you can also reach out for help from the rest of the crew
That's true.
for this. Like, if
Trying to think.
like by setting a high difficulty, I'm not trying to discourage
No.
you from doing what you
No,
want to do.
I hear what you're
That's,
saying.
you
No,
know.
yeah, I know. Trying to think of what's going to be the best. You know, I was going to make the call, and I thought better of it. I'm going to call Kalim
Okay.
and wake Kalim up.
oh, I wasn't asleep.
Interrupt Kalim.
The relationship is like officially sanctioned now, so like,
It's all
It's
on.
on. It's on.
Yeah, Rorg doesn't
So,
care
yeah.
about your relationship.
no,
Yep,
that's
nope.
okay. But it means no holds barred.
Yes. So,
Maybe a couple holds, but you know.
oh,
Nobody likes the half
bars.
Nelson.
I'm just gonna.
It's a
I'm not gonna
garbage
do
hole.
the video one. I'm just gonna do the.
No, but-
I'm just gonna do the.
Oh,
the what's it?
7.
Yep.
The bloop bloop.
The bloop bloop. The beep boop. I'm talking to you now. Roar to Kalim.
Let's see. Let's go with the awkward amount of seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
Roar to Kalim.
like you can set your communicator to not just immediately connect you to the person.
Yeah.
So like you have to pick it up, or you'd have to acknowledge the.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll. Yeah. Kalim here.
Hi, Commander. So, I've gathered some information with the very good help of Dr. Alos, who's, I've got to say, great in this. She managed to send me a sketch of the ship, and the computers have identified it. And I think it is a matter of some concern. It appears to be a ship from Earth in the early 90s during the genetics wars.
Which 90s? Oh, the genetics wars. That's
Yes.
fine.
You know, those 90s.
Yeah.
The 1990s.
How well do I know Earth history? Yeah, probably pretty well. I'm a genius.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You're a cheat. You're also
Well,
a
that's-
Starfleet officer. You've
Yeah.
gone
But
through.
you might not know like what that was all about.
Yeah, I know there was the genetics wars, but I don't know.
Yeah.
everything
But you
about
know it's against Federation law to genetically manipulate
it. Yeah,
Yes.
stuff.
but lots of cultures did it, and now they don't.
Right.
It's not like the humans were the only ones who
we-
did genetic engineering.
Yeah. Yes. True.
Yeah.
Look at the whole weird period where the Klingons lost their ridges.
Yeah. That's
That
the whole
was
thing.
weird.
It was a
Don't
bad
talk
move.
about that. No. It's possible. It's possible that the ship may have basically weaponized humans on it. Genetic Supermen bred to conquer worlds. Stronger, faster, smarter than other humans. And we don't really know who has them.
Yeah, that is an excellent point, and this is worth following up. I
Yeah.
will try to get in touch with the captain and see what else you can dig up in the meantime.
All right. Any further commands? You want me to just wait till I hear from you?
Yeah, I think the captain has to make the next move on this. So, excellent work
All right.
on chasing this down. Your hunch proved out. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be in touch soon.
All right. Rorg out.
I heard that my mic volume's a little low, so we'll see if that makes a difference.
All right. Yeah.
So
So.
it is a little bit of an awkward spot in that Kalim would want Captain Malvta
No, I get it.
to make that call. That's a tough call to make when he's just indisposed.
Is that going to be like a wake up and bother somebody on their shore leave?
Yeah, it doesn't
Situation?
seem urgent to the minute. We probably have 29 or 28 hours.
Sure. You want to take that chance on genetic supermen taking over the world?
I mean, it's one world.
I don't know what
Excuse me.
Wait,
Sorry for
that's
starting
the wrong
that.
one.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no one's at 6, right? Yeah, that's the one that's empty.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah. So try to get in touch with Captain. Have to leave a message, I assume.
He's pretty busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Statue.
He's, yep.
I said nothing.
Oh, I thought you said... Whoa, weird.
My eyes are loud.
Yeah, I really heard something in that ear. That's wild. So... It's from the left ear, you have to.
Trist just walks around behind you going, kill.
Red Rum. Okay, so I think we need to alert senior staff. So basically, I'm going to book. I don't know. We'll go to the ready room on the ship. Senior staff.
Sure.
So I'll send that, and then we'll see who shows up. And
What priority message is this? Is this everyone report there immediately, we have a situation? Or is it at your convenience, please report back to the ship?
well, it's only senior staff, not
Well, yeah,
the crew.
but
Yeah, okay.
The statement still holds,
Yeah, okay. So we'll put it out as is there something under yellow alert, or is it just not alert at that point?
yeah, just not alert.
Yeah, I think there's a high security priority conversation that we need to have in person, and whoever is available in the next hour, we should meet in the ready room.
All right.
Alright.
I imagine Trist probably would run into Kalim.
Well,
on
you're
the way back to
the
ship.
counselor, so you would have got that message.
I know, would probably have run into him on the way back to actually being on the ship as well.
That's, yeah.
And might ask in advance, what is the nature of this emergency?
Well, Lieutenant Rorg found a viable lead on the ship sail, and it sounds like it may actually be quite dangerous and something that we need to handle sooner rather than later. So that's a conversation we need to have with Captain Malvta and the senior staff.
Okay. Then all haste to the ship.
Ready to beam up. I don't know. Brazy isn't senior staff, is he? No, he's like
Subordinate.
He's just staff.
That's not, so 2 to beam up.
Okay.
He
Is
gets
the
to
doctor
sleep
going to
in.
get the message and go?
Yeah, I'll get the message, but I'm going to be there a little late.
It's cool. Is Epetta still awake to get this message and go?
How loud are the comms as far as like if you leave them on while you're asleep?
I think it'll make it makes a friendly chirp noise.
Yeah, she might wake up too.
Well, and based on the time frame, aren't we? We're like at midnight or
the
something,
middle
right?
of the
It's not
night.
like
Eppetta's the kind of person who's going to wake up at 6 to go jogging.
oh,
She's that kind of
that's
asshole.
horrific.
People who wake up at 6 to go jogging are the worst.
Yeah,
Jesus. What
Yeah.
monsters.
Or like go to the gym.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Assholes.
I just assume Andorians are like that.
Jay and I know each other from the 6 a.m. gym.
Yeah.
At the gym. That's yep. When we see each other, it's great.
Yeah. So she's
Yeah.
probably asleep, but will probably just asleep at that point.
Okay. You all assemble in the ready room.
Mm-hmm.
The captain is not there.
All right. Well, Lieutenant, will you relay what you told me earlier, and I'll encourage everyone to. We may need to make a decision without the captain, but I would like everyone else's take on this. Perhaps it's not as urgent as it seems to me.
All right. So, as far as I can tell, the ship that the Orions found and have sold was a generation ship launched from Earth back in the 1990s, so 200 years ago. At the time that it was launched, Earth was lost in a war between genetic supermen and the rest of the planet. And several of those supermen were launched on ships like these. The U.S.S. Enterprise encountered one such Superman, Khan Noonien Singh, twice. Once he tried to take over the Enterprise. The second time he tried to destroy the Enterprise, and very nearly succeeded. So as far as I can tell at this moment, this ship may be full of frozen and or the generations of genetic super people that has been lost in space for a couple of hundred years, and is now in the hands of potentially, as you identified, one of two collectors whose intent is unclear.
I'm showing up to the meeting right now. What did I miss? Did I miss anything?
The ship's got Superman in it.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
great.
cool.
Perhaps we should try to reason out why someone would wish to acquire this. As my understanding goes, Klingons would be less interested in superhumans
Good
than
point.
perhaps somebody who is a reclusive human themselves.
That's a fair point. I mean, if we are still in the realm of if these are full of these genetic super people, they have a lot of uses depending on how pliable they can be, what they can be tasked to do.
Like taking over like a world?
Yeah, definitely taking over an entire planet, being used as spies to infiltrate, say, the Federation, any number of things. They are stronger, they are faster, they are smarter than your average human.
Well, yeah. So, obviously a concern.
They're only human.
They are only human. There are
However,
humans here.
Like,
This is great.
legit, they
Yes.
could probably wrestle a Klingon. Or
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe it,
Vulcan,
but like,
yeah.
here's the thing: it would be very cool to beat up a superhuman.
Yeah, these are not ordinary humans that we're talking about.
Yes.
So and that's sort of in character.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, I didn't know if you
there.
said they're only human in character. or
That
not.
is
Oh, okay, great.
100% something she would have said in character.
Yeah. So, while certainly most humans are not very physically imposing, but these, from our records of this con person,
Very. Quite dangerous.
And it's showing like the clip reel from that episode, like on the computer
Yeah.
screen.
and he was so out of character. He was like a sole actor. Like he didn't have a whole bunch of other superhumans. with
Yeah, he
him.
did.
Oh, he
He
did.
did.
He did
have-
originally.
It was him and a crew of 500 plus of
Yeah.
them on the ship.
Yeah.
made a lot
And
of
then
stuff.
a bunch of them had died because their
Yeah,
pods
yeah,
had
Star Trek
failed.
Pods,
Yeah.
yeah, it didn't work.
And then when the Enterprise rescued them, they plotted and almost took over the Enterprise the first time.
Yep.
Yep.
And
But
then
how many of them did that?
Like a handful.
It's
Like
like 5
six.
or
Okay,
6.
that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
wanted
Like
to know.
6
yeah.
of them nearly took over
The
a
entire
Federation
ship.
starship.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
and then Kirk and the Enterprise essentially marooned them on a planet.
Yeah, they just beamed them off the ship.
Well, they like put them back on their own ship and
Yeah. Oh, okay.
left it.
Dumped them on a planet.
That was a viable place to live, and then disaster struck. The environment of that planet turned to shit. They still survived for 20 years in like horrible death desert.
Yeah.
Then in Star Trek II, the film, that's
wow.
when we catch up
Okay.
with them, and they do take over a Federation
They
ship
take-
in
yeah.
that
Okay.
film and use it to almost destroy the Enterprise and steal a device that creates a whole planet and
Yeah.
kills Commander Spock and
Yeah. bad
Captain
dudes.
Spock at that time.
Okay.
Bad
Good to know.
dudes. Real bad dudes. Not cool.
Um,
I'd like to be one up,
We all want that
both
for you.
in and out of character.
Yeah.
All of us want that for you.
I think it's almost certain we're not talking about just a single crew member.
Yeah.
Just the law of averages suggests that several of them have survived the cryosleep.
Yep.
Now, to be fair, the history of this Khan was that he was like a prince or ruler that got his cadre of super people together on the ship and took off.
Okay.
Like when the war was still raging.
Right.
So like he may be predisposed towards dominating a planet or taking
Right,
over things
sure.
because he was the guy in charge of all of that.
Well, my other concern is that this has the technology to possibly build new human soldiers from whatever sort of raw DNA stock they have on hand,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yep.
that is even greater concern to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
First priority would seem to be locating the ship, but the second priority is if this is indeed correct information and there are superhumans aboard, what are we going to do with them?
Well, my instinct is that we would need to collate this information and prepare a report for the Section 31 command. 31? Is that right?
Yep.
Hey, I did it.
Hey.
Also, they would have the resources to check out both places at once while
That's
we
true.
pursue our original orders.
That's true.
I know that is not as satisfying as following up this lead yourself, Rorg, but I will recommend to Section Command that you be accommodated.
I guess that's
Accommodated?
cool.
Receive a commendation.
Yeah. Commended.
Commended. That's accommodated. Real good.
I will recommend to command that you are given a place to sleep and take a shower
Yeah.
and perhaps a breakfast buffet.
I suppose that is yes. I mean, listen, I'm just glad that it turned out to be a thing.
That's not what whatever.
Would have been hilarious if it wasn't.
Would it have been? Would it have
No.
been hilarious?
It would not have been hilarious.
It's worse when Trist smiles.
No, that's all that.
Well, so the two of you have the most direct experience with this information. If I could have you compile what you have into a report. I'll send the report up the chain.
Yeah, okay. You're going to do the report, right?
Wait. How did this cool thing turn into homework for me? This was a whole cool adventure, and now I've got to write a...
Yep.
Fine, it's fine.
And in Kalim's mind, he is giving you like the best reward he can think of. It's like doing extra
Do a
credit
book
work.
report. Jesus.
I'll dictate you right.
To
Let's
write a
do it.
personal essay on my ricin vacation. This is what happened.
Think about what you did.
You're writing it. My rice and vacation.
It was super fun. Next time I'm just going to steal a shuttle and go check it out myself. Anyway, this is great.
Would you?
I would love to request the footage, any footage we have of the original incidents, so I could watch how they fight. Because I want to do homework, but it's fun homework.
Oh yeah, that material's available to you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Net.
My homework is beating people up. So.
Yes.
You could probably generate a fake one in the holodeck.
Oh, you know that's
Yeah.
what I'm spending the rest of my
Yeah,
vacation
start
doing.
training versus
Yep.
them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then once you can do the report. You know what I'm going to do is do a little research on these superhumans too, and
Yeah.
see if there's anything I can do to take them out.
Yeah.
Actually, Epetta, I would like you to select maybe a dozen of your security crew who would be suitable to hand-to-hand fighting in that situation, and
Already on it.
have them begin advanced training. It's a good idea.
I mean, yay.
All right. Am I forgetting anything, Trist?
There's still a lot of missing data, but it is definitely worth following up on.
Yeah. I think at this point, we've run to the logical end of your hypothesis. It's proven true, but we can't follow it ourselves.
Okay.
Now, there's the very probable chance that command will decide we have the most experience and will, reroute our orders. So,
Yes.
we'll have to see what they come back with.
Or of the Superman. Okay, cool.
I forget what our original mission was.
We did to make contact
Fight
with the
the
fish people.
crazy-
We gotta go find fish people and
Yeah.
some shapeshifters. And,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the shit.
and
Oh,
the
That's gonna
Shackleton
be fun, too.
Expanse.
that could have been
Yes.
Yeah. It still might be.
That'll
no,
be
we could still do
fun.
that.
Oh, it still will be.
Although I will say, filing a report, I don't feel like I need to wait for the captain on because it seems important enough.
No.
And
You absolutely have the authority to contact up
Yeah.
the chain, and
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
since he's out of
that's
touch.
fine.
Or in touch.
All right. Well, I mean, have a good
Someone
time,
else.
Cap.
You got the touch.
Yep.
All right.
He accidentally turned his communicator off.
Accidentally.
Accidentally. Yeah.
Accidentally
You seem to have
on purpose.
accidentally turned your communicator off for 3 days.
So, you rocket off a report. You compile a report.
Yep.
You fight surprisingly strong and fast and cunning.
Did they get beat up a bunch?
What?
In their first few encounters?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so much
Okay.
fun, though.
Yeah,
Like, at some point you visit the holodeck and she just sticks her head out like, this is awesome! Her eyes completely black.
So the holograms can, hit
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Well, the holodeck has safety protocols.
Sure, okay, yeah.
So, yes, it can beat you up, but you will not sustain any actual injuries.
Right.
But of course, all the safety protocols regularly get broken,
Really?
fall
Turned
apart,
off.
Yeah.
turned off,
Yeah.
That's horrific.
overwritten by a virus or whatever. A program becomes sentient. It's all.
Whoa.
It's a
Oh,
it's a
okay.
nightmare.
Because
Okay.
of a technicality
It's a
in wording.
structure. It is just terrible.
Yeah.
That I definitely still have
Like,
it
nobody
down.
suggests an opponent that can think faster than Ensign Trist.
Yes.
Lieutenant Trist.
Lieutenant Trist.
Lieutenant, yeah, full lieutenant.
Full lieutenant.
Lieutenant JG?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think you were promoted to
Yeah.
junior grade.
I think
Yeah.
junior
Yeah.
grade
I'm
because I
actually
have like the
junior grade as
longest
well.
title on my
Yep.
stupid.
Lieutenant junior grade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're junior grade as well? Okay.
Because I have been an ensign.
Everybody got a rank step.
Yeah.
Against all advice otherwise.
So, are you going back down to the planet?
Are we still on
No.
vacation?
We're
Yeah.
still on vacation.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
until-
How much time do we have left in our
Yeah,
vacation?
like 20 hours ish.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time all
Like
this is
tomorrow
done.
night is when.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna message Brazy that I'm gonna file all this stuff and then kind of get things in order in case we get a reply right away, and just I now have like a macro ready of like
Your phone tree is prepared.
If they send this command, I could just push it and then and everyone's recalled and we have to go in a hurry. Or I can give the like slightly easier command of like, all right, we have to cut it short, but like just make your way back. Yeah, that's all. So like 3 contingencies and.
Very good.
I would like to spend like the last day before I force everyone to go back to getting beat up by a holodeck to like hang out. So just a day delay on
Well,
that.
just depends on what.
Well, I mean, you could start now.
I could, but also
But-
there are drinks to be had and vacation to be had, and I'm
Sure.
Statues to find and
not entirely sure Epetta's been to a place with sand.
Mm.
So
Oh, they're for a snowy world.
Snow
right?
world.
yeah, it's like an underground
Ice
world.
caves.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool, but like not
Real
nice.
caves.
Yeah. It's not a real cave.
Where I live,
Real
we
fake.
have real caves.
that makes me so happy still.
Right.
The magic wasn't ruined.
Well, he's the one crew member that I know, and his backstory has been to Risa before.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
That's why he had information.
I like it. It was funny.
I too was inspired to fight like
All right. So you set it all up, but then you are going back to the planet.
No, I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're
wait.
staying
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna
board.
wait in
Okay.
my
Quarters.
Do I have an office?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay.
Not right on the bridge like the captain, but
Yeah. Oh, it's probably just a desk in my quarters. That's fine. Yeah, I'm waiting there.
Yeah.
And getting caught up on paperwork that I did not. No, that doesn't exist.
But you have been off the ship for a little bit, and like things have been happening.
Yeah.
So you know there are duty reports.
That's true.
I did a bunch of repairs and maintenance, so
Cool.
there are maintenance
I'm
reports.
reading all of that.
how exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
With great enthusiasm. Taking notes, highlighting.
Surprisingly quickly, you do get a response.
Oh. Okay.
That the Barbican is to follow up on this lead because this kind of, like, if the genetic material of these people gets out,
yeah.
it could cause a far greater problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, like in the Federation, like genetic manipulation is super illegal.
Yeah.
But it leaves it up to you, up to the captain to decide when you're leaving and where you're going and what leads you're following up, and just make reports back.
Okay. But we're supposed to follow this up rather than
Yes.
our previous orders.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I don't have to recall anyone tonight.
that's up to you all.
I think they deserve the rest of their leave.
That's fine too. Let's. You know what? Why don't you do another, like, insight engineering this time
Insight engineering.
from your
12.
compiling your report.
As I'm compiling the report and
Yeah.
including the information on, because my report includes the information Trist provided about these two guys and like looking for connections. And that would be 2 successes. 2 successes.
2. Okay. You notice that a little, like some of the information that you accessed originally isn't available to you anymore in the computer.
Someone somewhere has deleted some things.
You don't know if it's deleted or just not available to your
Partitioned?
clearance level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was able to access it before.
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
I think one order that we need to send out is. I don't know. That feels wild.
Be wild.
Yeah. So the Orions right now are our hottest lead. They know who they sold that thing to,
Yeah.
and I would like to have perhaps a more stern conversation with the captain.
All right. You can go back down to the planet and search for them, or try and contact their ship directly, or...
Yeah, it feels like a little bit higher priority now to really find out. What leverage does the Federation isn't going to say, like, tell me what I want to know or I'll blow you up. Like, that's not what
really
the Federation does.
Not right now.
Yeah. So, like, what kind of things, what leverage do Federation officers use in a situation of, like,
You could
tell me what I want?
Which you really
You could threaten to... Oh, the
Hey,
United...
it's still on target.
Yay!
Well done.
Could you threaten sanctions? Is that a thing?
Yeah, well, you could threaten, like, we need to perform a safety inspection of your ship. Or, because this is Federation space
And
you're
we have
in.
authority
Before you
to
were-
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah. You could do something like that. You could do, you could threaten to shadow him and his ship
Oh, yeah.
for a while. Like, oh, wouldn't it be a shame if we just had a Federation starship follow you around for a
Yeah.
while?
So they wouldn't want to get inspected either.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Likely not.
All right. So then,
Maybe you could ask to see, like, their accounting records and see if everything lines up with tariffs and all of that kind of
You paying the
information.
appropriate duties.
yeah, but I want to weigh all that on the other side of, like, tell me this thing I want to know.
Yep.
Right. But I mean, but those are all things that you could
Okay. Perfect.
threaten with. Because you're not going to be like, we're going to open fire on your ship.
Yeah.
And let you... Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And it's a way.
But, like, I've got a crazy Andorian with a button. She's waiting to push it.
All right.
I don't want to argue with you, but I can't.
And it's like a split screen view of you, and then it's just the blue finger coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. We're not. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna let Trist, like all the senior staff know that I'm going to be hailing the Orion ship, and I'd like everyone on bridge to
All right.
Yep.
see this conversation firsthand, and I expect to rely on Trist's expertise in, like, negotiation and evaluation to see what they. Ideally, our goal is to determine who they sold the ship to, coordinates, whereabouts, all that, and if they're not willing, we can certainly carry out inspections and things that they don't want to have happen.
It does pose a potentially larger security threat, so with
Right.
luck, they will be willing to work with us on this.
And I don't think they're going to want to risk attacking a Federation ship of our stature. So, I think we have an excellent hand to work with.
Yeah.
Doctor, I do need to ask you an indelicate question.
Oh, great. Okay.
Will anyone on the bridge of the Orion ship recognize you?
Well, yeah.
You don't know. I mean, you know that lady seemed like a senior position, but
It's quite possible. But you know what? I was dressed a little differently. I was, in my casual gear when I dress up. People don't always. I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Well, perhaps you'd like to watch the exchange from the ready room on the monitor,
I get it. All right.
just in case.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fine.
Because we may be able to use you as an operative asset in the future.
Yeah, clearly, I can get back access again. I'm sure.
Exactly.
Just gotta make sure Olgoth asks for permission next time. There was a little trouble with us jumping on the ship last time. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into it. Okay, fine. Oh my God. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Thanks. Okay.
I think we are in a significant enough time crunch that we cannot wait for Captain Malvta to get back in touch. I don't feel like we need to recall the crew yet, but we do need to act on this information right away. So, any other suggestions or comments before we hail the ship? Because we should probably let Trist do most of the talking.
I think that's a great idea.
I do.
We should present an agreeable front first before any drastic measures are taken, give them a chance to work with us.
Sure. Yeah, I
That's-
think perhaps even we could offer an inducement of some kind for just cooperating up front. An inducement other than we won't search your ship.
Right.
Oh yeah, rewarding. Yeah, rewards are good. They like
I need
rewards.
to ask Dave something then.
Yeah, okay.
No, partially I studied econ apparently.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh.
it's one of those things that I want to know if I would know anything that would be more of an incentive than just
Oh yeah.
than a punishment
Sure.
Right.
based on how these.
What kind of rewards do they
Technology
want?
we
kind
could
of-
offer
yeah.
them.
Yeah. So I guess we just wait.
Yeah, we can update their inspection certificate.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, you were inspected recently. Check.
Commander, can I bend your ear a tick?
I think we'd all like to hear what you have to say.
I'm a little concerned. Earlier, when I started looking into the ship, I was able to look into the Section 31 files, find some information. As I was compiling my report, I noticed that some of that information was now partitioned away. Not sure what it means. I didn't try to break through the partitioning to try to figure out who.
Means you got some sensors on you.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
So I just want you to know that.
So I have some experience in undercover, independently operated cells.
Yeah.
And the compartmentalization of information is often a high priority. And if
Yeah.
we're being sent to this particular problem, if our ship is captured or,
Okay.
hacked, I don't know if that's a word in this world, but they may not want them to know how much we know.
I understand that, but I'm a little concerned.
But this was before a mission was set up. I think we're being censored. Just gonna put it out there.
I'm a little concerned about going into a mission not having all of the information. That Section 31 is keeping some information from us that might be vital.
I'm concerned as well, but being forced to follow the evidence, Section 31 has only shown good faith up until now.
Until now.
Well, and I have to proceed
All right.
with that
I just
assumption.
wanted to bring it to your attention.
Yeah, thank you. That's good to know, and I'm glad we can evaluate that with open eyes.
Yep. I'll keep you apprised if other pieces of information suddenly go missing.
Yeah, it's possible that it's simply an operational precaution.
Sure. Anything's possible.
But I share your concern.
all right.
Well. you
Yes,
wanted
I have a focus in economics. That was just one of the.
Okay.
You have to understand, I'm very min-maxed, and then I was like, and econ. I just want to know, would there be any way that I would know anything about the kinds of rewards one could offer traders like these, particularly Orion traders?
Sure. I mean,
Like,
basically, they'll that they'll deal in technology or information or actual material goods of rarity, like the Ferengi and Latinum that they use. Anything kind of unique or strange, they might be interested in, that kind of stuff. I mean, if you want to ship them a couple of crates of phasers, they will happily do things for that kind of a payment.
Is that a war crime?
Is there a war?
No,
No, there's not.
Okay.
there's
I
got to
mean-
be something less valuable ballast-wise that we could just...
Can you just replicate gold pressed latinum?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's that unique
Yeah.
material that.
Well, I don't know if it's materially as unique, but it's registered, I think.
Oh,
It's sort of like, in my head, this is entirely my headcanon about it, and I may be entirely wrong. And if I am, Twitter at me and let me know how wrong I am, because I love that.
who doesn't love being told they're wrong on Twitter?
No, I actually do on certain things.
Okay.
But my idea was that they all had a print on them. So it was like serialized,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
oh, this is each one, and almost like, cryptocurrency.
Sure.
So, like, there is a wallet, and everybody knows
Right.
where everyone is.
Okay.
Right.
All right,
Like
that's
that
fine.
kind of a thing.
Um,
So it's a registered amount of it in the galaxy, kind of a thing.
okay. But other kinds of resources, we're not going to... Like, we could give them a crate of phasers and make more if we needed to.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
not losing any resources. It's
Yeah.
more of like what's less dangerous than giving them weapons.
Yeah. I mean...
There's certain, like, medical stuff that can't be replicated due to the
Okay.
volatility of it.
Sure.
And you can't replicate living things.
We could also...
Just give them kittens.
We could... I don't trust them.
I would not give them kittens.
We could
no, just eat 'em.
we could create a set of phasers that are only capable of stun.
That's true.
Stun guns.
You could, yeah.
I'm sure that they'd be willing to trade for... I mean, it's all a balance. Like, they would have to determine if that's worth what you're asking.
But combined with the proverbial stick of not following them around, or
Yeah.
We should talk to them first and see
Yeah.
if they're even going to
Yeah.
be agreeable or not.
Yeah.
You call up and they're like, yeah, sure, here.
Yeah, that's a real possibility. We will keep options in the back pocket and
Yeah.
see what it is they want.
Yeah. We could also just offer them the friendship of a Federation ship.
I have some thoughts too.
Excellent.
All right.
Comms, hail the Orion ship.
Are you on the bridge?
No.
I left during that discussion, so I,
I
didn't know
have.
what the
Oh,
plan-
I have to leave because they might recognize me, and that might not bode well. So I'm just gonna skedaddle. I'll be able to hear what's going on, but I won't be able to.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could just be in the ready room and see the whole exchange.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I just, before we started, I
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. No,
clarify
I'm
that
not.
in my
They're
head.
not going to be able to see my face. Could be a problem.
It takes a few moments, and then the comms officer says, the channel's open, Commander.
This is the commander. Yeah, I'm just going to say that. This is the commander of the Barbican Federation vessel. We would like to speak with your captain.
And the view screen flickers to life. Like, it was just showing the external view of the Orion ship when you started to talk. Excuse me. In front of you is the dour Orion woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, the captain of this vessel is not available at this time.
Are you willing to deal on the captain's behalf?
What is it that you request?
Well, Lieutenant?
We are looking for information on a dealer that a ship was recently sold to. There was a unique ship that was sold to a collector of antiquities, and it may pose a larger threat to all of us.
Who told you about this ship?
Oh no.
That is not information that I currently have, but it has come to our attention.
I am not at liberty to distribute information on anyone that may or may not have purchased anything from the Orion Syndicate.
Is there someone we can speak to that is authorized to speak to this?
No. And she turns off
That worked
She's
real
so
well.
hard. She's so hard. I'm so glad I wasn't in that room.
That would have gone
That would have been
real south.
that would have been a death sentence for Olga.
But I'm like, oh, my boyfriend's dead.
I got really scared.
When
for
we
him.
got the report
I'm still very scared for him.
Elif Myre, was last known whereabouts included in that?
Not precisely. The last registered time that his vessel stopped at a Federation-controlled world was probably Beta Z.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped there and had some kind of trade negotiations with one of the houses of Beta Z.
How long ago was that?
Several months. Like, imagine him like a dude that owns his own, like, oil supertanker, and he has other vessels that are tied up to it, and it's his collection, and he roams the galaxy with it.
Flies around.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you thinking we just want to try to find him? Do we want to make another run at the Orions?
It just seemed a logical lead. However, it would reduce the question of whether or not we're following the correct lead if we are able to communicate with the Orions.
Yeah.
Perhaps their captain is still on the planet. If he was unable to come to the comms, he may not be on the ship currently.
True.
And he may be in a state where he's willing to have a conversation. Off the record, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
They were not subtle and would probably be easy to locate on the planet.
Oh, most definitely. I come back. Yeah. I'm going to say they're going to be pretty easy to talk to, especially right now. They have been partying. Oh, God, this actually passed out. I mean, I could help. I got some time.
Shall we return to the planet?
And return to Risa?
I think that's the right move.
All right.
Right on to Risa. Let's do it.
Let's go on back.
All right. And where are you transporting yourselves to on the surface?
Well, I want to start at the beach. Right? I mean,
Like you want to
where we saw them at the luau.
you want to
Yeah.
beam
Cabana
directly to
party.
their
I mean-
cabana.
No, that's
Yes.
probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah.
they're not there anymore, I'm sure. Actually, they passed out on
Who
the
knows?
cabana.
Well, what other social gatherings are there that include beverages?
Is there another?
Seeing as they originally showed up for wine tasting, and then
Mm-hmm.
There's an after hours I kind of know about, you guys. There's another party that's still going on. I'm sure we can probably just head there.
Wait,
Well-
what time is it?
It's like,
It's probably
Like
at this
middle of the
point
night?
like 1 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
planet time.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out, like, did we sleep?
No.
nah,
Okay.
you were about to.
Sleep.
Look,
I got,
this crew is used to like 5 days of no sleep in a row.
I know.
This is easy.
It's
Like
becoming
one
a
sleep,
problem.
one day of no sleep on vacation is nothing.
Nah.
I know.
Vacation. Okay, so yeah, there's this after hours. I'm pretty sure that they might have been waiting.
There
to
would
go to.
absolutely be something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure it's this pretty sweet little club or whatever. I can get you guys the information. Here you go. And, yeah,
I just want to take Trist clubbing.
yeah, it's gonna be great. You're gonna love
mean,
it. You are gonna love it.
Jason,
So much information about people.
roll a black one for me.
That's
Great.
not in the box.
What's in the box?
Blank. I win.
Nope. You don't think of anything.
Look at all those stars in there.
Oh no.
Cool. So you're beaming directly to the after hours party.
Oh, well,
On
outside
racing?
of the place. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Not like right into the middle of the dance floor. Like,
Yeah.
That would
But that's
be
a baller
awesome,
move.
though.
That is
Yeah.
like
Make
that's,
an
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to make an entrance, make
That's an
an
entrance.
Yeah.
So sure. You all get to the transporter room and you beam down to the surface of Risa outside a club that is playing loud but pleasant music.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Can we
it's
change?
Oh, I'm in my uniform. I changed earlier.
Okay.
so you're back in uniform. Everybody else I think is not, unless
oh, I remained in uniform.
I'm
that's
in,
right. You did. Yeah, I
I'm
forgot.
back in uniform.
Okay. So 3 of you are in uniform.
I'm definitely not in uniform.
2 of you are not. Unless
I cannot remember if I decided I was still in pajamas or not. But I had to be in uniform. We were on a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have
okay.
gotten
Yeah, we
to
all got
uniform
dressed for
the
the call. Yeah, yeah.
that's
I'm definitely wearing my casual outfit still.
that's fine. You were not on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing my casual drapey thing. Vacation drapes.
Also, I don't even know if I need to say that I'm armed, but I've.
Oh,
yeah,
are you?
I have my phaser. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm always armed.
Yeah, I figured.
Do you have like the full-on pistol phaser like in the holster, or do you have like the subtle, tiny phaser?
The little one.
Little.
Okay.
Yeah, the little one.
Little chip.
We're not,
It
going
tucks
to
in the
war.
waistband.
Yeah, I'm not going to war. Just like
Well, I mean,
I'm now
it depends
on
on
the
what
job.
kind of statement you wanted to make.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm on the job now, and I feel like I shouldn't go unarmed. So
Very good.
I'll take it a little
So
slow
you are
like
standing
this.
outside. There is a... To describe him as like a bouncer is the wrong idea. There is a staff member at the door that seems to be greeting people. And there's a line of people to get in, but it's more like they just are waiting for space to clear out. Like the guy has the little clicker, so he
Yeah.
knows how many people are inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, unless someone stops me, I'm walking right up to the door.
I'm not going to stop you.
It's not going to stop.
No,
Okay,
go for
great.
it.
No.
In the name of the Federation.
Federation business.
Yeah, dude.
Is that how we're doing this?
I mean, we're all in uniform.
We're all in
Yeah.
uniform and armed. Like, why be cool? Also, I'm not cool.
All right.
So Clara really wanted this to look a lot more covert, but
And I'm in the back like, oh, God.
Did you mention that at any time?
I didn't. I didn't think I needed to.
Nope. You're walking up.
It's not my position to question this.
And the person at the door, like, he looks friendly. Like,
Yeah.
he's not, like, scowling at you or...
Excuse me, we need to get inside on urgent business.
Is everything all right?
That's to be determined.
Oh, I haven't heard any security alerts or anything.
I can't give you all the details, I'm sorry.
Oh, one moment, and like he goes over to a little control panel interface thing and hits a few buttons, and like the music goes down like 15 decibels immediately, and like the lights come on.
Ah, yeah. This always happens when I go to parties.
And then like you hear people inside that are like, "What? What's going on? What?" And then he holds up the door and he says to the folks in line, he's like, "Sorry, everyone, just 1 second. We have a possible situation."
Enemy of fun!
Oh, God.
Gosh, Dad.
There are a bunch of like Federation people in their skivvies going,
Oh yeah.
I don't know that dude.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know that guy.
Half the club is our crew.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
going,
there's several crew members in there for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel
jeez.
so bad for them.
Are the Orions visible?
Nope.
Could have asked the bouncer. That's very obvious Orions potentially being in the club.
No Orions in the club. You can find them no Orions in the club.
Mac, please. Thank you for that.
And you see there are several crew members that you immediately notice that were in the middle of canoodling with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, shh." Like it's very much that reaction. Like like you see one guy like awkwardly stand up and he's looking at you like, and then he's looking down at the fact that he's still wearing the casual robes and everything. He's like, "Is everything all right, Commander?"
At ease.
As you were.
All right. Nice robe. All right, so it's pretty easy to just walk around and see like there are no Orions here.
There's certainly not like an Orion presence in
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
unless they're being real subtle. Like if you want to
not
go
what they're good
explore,
at.
like it's sort of like a multi-terraced sort of club where there's multiple sort of dance floors, and each dance floor is surrounded by like pillow pits
Oh my God.
I love
around.
this place.
That adds up. Yeah.
Rice is awesome, you
That's definitely
guys.
my mental image of Star Trek, so that's, that works for the little I know of Star Trek. So let's fan out, ask staff if they've seen Orions tonight. People could be on different shifts and have just gotten here or been
Trist
here
is
for
going to
hours.
go right up to the bouncer.
And I'm going to go to the bartender.
Excuse me, have there been any Orions that have entered this club tonight?
There were. Earlier they came in after the luau party was over. But they all left maybe 20 minutes ago.
Could you tell me in what direction they were headed?
They all walked out the door here and transported away.
Noted. Thank you.
Is that about how long ago our call was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seconds after.
This
like,
is
Yep.
great.
All right.
to the second.
Yep.
So I'm going to go and find Kalim and tell him exactly that.
Okay.
And I'm looking and I see you guys. I'm gonna definitely come up to you and be like, they're definitely not here.
The bartender or the bouncer has confirmed this.
Do you know where they are?
They have beamed somewhere else, probably back to their ship.
All right, I'm gonna go check my room. I'll be back. I run out to my room to go see if Ogoth is still passed out in my room.
I forgot that.
Because I don't know if he got beamed or not, so I'm gonna go check in because I'm worried because it's not gonna be good for him getting back to that ship.
Yeah.
So I'm heading back to my room.
Also, like, can I have said there were standing orders, like, if that Orion ship moves or, like, changes status, like, let me know?
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
Great. Okay, so.
That's logical. That's fine.
Great.
You get back to the court, like, you come up the lift, and you step out, and down the corridor, you see that there's, like, a trio of the black-dressed Orion women
Oh no.
that have apparently gained access to your room somehow. And, like, there's three in the hallway, and then you hear other noise inside.
All right, I see them, and I'm probably gonna hit my comm and be like, I might need some backup back at my quarters.
Try not to look excited, but I am.
That is instantly sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say like,
It's the antenna.
Ogoth had passed out in my. Okay, I gotta own it. Ogoth passed out of my room. You guys are gonna have to come. There's some Orions here. Looks like they're here to collect them. I'm gonna need some help now.
Very unsubtly, just like
Forward a beam to the doctor's location.
Beep, 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 you're somewhere else.
All right. So you twinkle into existence as like you're looking at the doctor, and she's hiding behind a corner, but you're out in the hallway.
please stop helping.
And you see the three Orions down the hallway. They're all like, and they step into a room. Like you're able to see that out of the corner of your.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't notice us? Or they?
No, it looks like they noticed that there were people beaming in, and they were like, oh, and then they stepped into the room.
All right.
Would you want to run here? Like what?
I actually considered it. I didn't know how far she ran off. I didn't know. I assume mid-run is when
This
she got
was
beamed
way
up
faster
and
than
dropped down.
Yeah.
running.
Yes.
Oh, 100% I'm
Yeah.
sure, but probably more subtle.
Yeah. So we should probably go down there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
here now.
Like
so.
a Labrador after a ball, like Epetta's headed down that way.
Yeah. Trist is going to go as well.
Okay. You guys are jogging down the hallway. You get to the door, and you see the last wisps of blue energy going away. But you see the unfortunate remains of Ogoth,
Oh.
who has been left here.
Oh. Don't go
Is
and
he
duck.
beyond recovery?
He doesn't appear good. Like, you immediately are
I'm
aware
gonna
that
go
he doesn't
assess him
look
right
good.
away.
Yeah.
He does not look good.
He's no longer alive. I don't know. Like, we could do a medical roll to
I'm
see
gonna
if
do
you want to try
I'm gonna do a
and.
medical roll and try to see if I got anything because I have been
Sure.
doing research on these guys. Well, since we've been anyway.
There are things you want to know.
There's things I want to know.
So.
All right, what are we rolling for against what?
So probably
Medicine?
insight medicine.
Okay,
That'd be.
and I also have emergency.
Oh no, you
medicine.
said you've been doing research, so you could use insight or reason.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, your emergency medicine focus absolutely would apply.
Does that mean I have to roll another one? Okay. We're actually okay. 2 successes because it was 15.
You know that they used some kind of a neural shock device on him. So you're pretty sure that even if you could get him breathing again,
He's brain dead.
that there would be some kind of...
That's
He already did not have a lot of brain to work with. This is really unfortunate. Well, you guys... Okay.
So, I mean, you could try still, but...
Can I try? I'm going to try.
You probably have
was
to
very
transport him back to the sick bay.
Okay, so let's do that.
Yeah.
So you guys get up there. It's going to take 3 successes.
Okay.
Oh,
to-
we get the ship help now, right?
The ship could absolutely help now.
Alright.
You're going to roll for shit?
3 successes will
Okay.
get his heart
Okay.
beating and him breathing again.
Okay.
But the state of him mentally is going to be hard to...
Oh, gosh. Poor Hovas.
Yes.
What would I be rolling for the ship?
Let me look on my sheet. I got one. Probably...
I know, right? I want to save this poor guy.
Sensors medicine?
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's a 12 for us.
I want to follow the Orions.
You want to what?
I want to follow the Orions.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do that.
Well, they beamed out.
I know. Can I look through the room before I leave it?
Absolutely.
See what they left anything.
See if they left anything. See if there's CSI that shit.
Let's do this roll
Yeah,
for
do
Ogoth,
that.
and then you can have a roll for security stuff to see if you find anything.
Oh. Oop. Two successes.
What's the red
and
one?
That's not great.
Oh.
That is a 19.
Oh, well, at least it's not a 20.
Okay.
And
So-
what does emergency medicine do? A focus?
That means if you got underneath your medicine rating, then it counts.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did
Yep.
on both. Yeah, I did.
Got underneath the medicine rating.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have managed to, you get him on one of the medical beds, and it has that, slide up cover over the torso for, privacy. And it begins stimulating his nervous system and gets his heart beating and he's breathing. But he is reliant on the bed at this point to keep him alive. I mean, down the road you might be able to do something else, but he certainly didn't immediately regain consciousness or
Right.
anything like that.
Oh, I feel better because I feel really, really bad because I feel very, very, very much responsible for the state he's in right now. And I've never felt this type of remorse before. This is a very new experience for me.
You should talk to the counselor about that.
She's been trying to get me to talk to her. I might actually do it this time. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
If you want to do a
Security.
probably control security
I can do that.
or insight security, whichever's better for you.
Control is better for me. I have 2 dice. I'm trying to get under that combined number, correct? I played a lot of different systems in the last 3 days. My brain isn't working anymore.
Roll low.
So, control security. We're going under 14. 7 and 4. I
Yeah.
can't tell. We're good. 2 successes.
Okay. You don't see that they really left anything behind, but you can tell that they used some kind of interface device to gain access to the room, and that they tracked him here because of his communicator device.
That was my second question.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to know where that communicator was, which I assume
It went well.
Did they take it?
Roll me a black one.
Blank.
nothing.
Okay. It was with him,
Awesome.
so it's up on the ship.
Cool. So I'll pop back to the ship now.
Okay.
Is there any movement on the ship?
Are the Orions still in orbit around Risa?
They are.
Okay. And it's not coming about or anything?
Not yet.
Okay. Does Star Trek have anything about not going to warp next to a planet, or is that not a thing in Star Trek?
You can't be I have to be careful because in the theoretical physics of Star Trek. You cannot go to warp inside a certain range of a gravity well.
Sure. Okay.
That has been violated countless times.
Yeah, certainly within atmosphere. Some orbit is usually okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can. They always say break orbit and then go like.
Yeah.
So they pull out a little ways and then
Okay. So we'll have some
like
warning.
pull out of the driveway and then you can.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do we want to try contacting them again, Commander?
Yeah. First, I don't know whose job this would be. I want someone to pull the inspection records of the ship, and
Of which ship? Their ship?
the Orion ship, and come up with a fabrication of what kind of inspection they need, and
Okay.
some sort of legal reason that they need to stop and be prepared to be boarded.
Do me a favor, whoever would like to. Well, actually,
Do we have an NPC that'll?
Yeah, I don't even know what that would
I feel like that would be security.
could be.
I feel like
It's,
I'm trying to think of who would do that on the Next Generation.
It's espionage more than it is. I mean,
Well, we're looking at their legal records.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
legal
Of,
records. It's your thing.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it is my job.
so
It's either a space accountant's job or it's a spy's job.
Yeah. One of those.
One of those.
Space accountant.
I guess it depends on your
I sort of just think of
reasoning for it.
Jason's character as a space accountant.
He is.
So,
Total space accountant.
That adds up.
yeah,
Oh.
I win.
I hate him.
That was a very calculated answer.
Oh.
So, if
All this is subtracting to the general.
someone would
general
roll
average,
for
you
me
Oh, you're just multiplying this problem now.
a
You know what? I don't want a divided crew right now.
for the ship a sensor security.
I can roll.
Okay.
What's the ship's?
Sensors is 9, security is 4, so
Yeah, so 13.
13.
3 and an 8, so 2 successes.
Yeah, and one of those is under our security.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The ship doesn't have focuses.
Maybe it should.
Write an AI.
We have one. It just doesn't do that.
Well,
Don't we?
make another one. Instruct it how to learn focuses. The ship detects some kind of a transmission to and from the Orion ship.
Can we tell where that's coming from, or
You don't have a lock on the far end
Yeah.
of it. Because the way communications work in Star Trek is that there's sort of like a subspace relay network, and it's like the internet. So it's like cell towers. If you're
Right.
near enough to one, you can have faster than light communication with someone very far away. But it's not like a radio wave where you could be like, oh, that's where the other guy is, because I can see which direction it's aimed. But the ship was able to detect that there has been a communication back and forth.
okay? I don't usually do this, but I am going to take a cue from chat. They did just do a murder.
They did.
They did just.
They
yeah.
did just do a murder.
That's a real good reason to tell someone to hang on a minute.
I also,
Yes.
I don't know what to do with it, but when Epetta got back to the ship, wherever that communicator is, I just threw it at the science officer I know.
Yeah, that's,
Do a science.
yeah, we might be able to key into their systems with that. I'm going to give that to the science crew
They can
and
start to work on that.
hail the Orion ship.
All right.
Yeah. Remember, they didn't just do a murder. They've committed a murder in a Federation
Yes.
In my freaking
in a
room.
Federation officer's
Yeah.
room
Yes.
Yes, they did. You could have been in there.
with
I
witnesses.
know.
We are all witnesses
We did see that happen.
to this.
Technically, that's not true.
Yeah.
Technically,
We did
You
see
saw
that.
people there, and there was a dead person that had something bad happen.
Yeah, there's
Very high
probable
level of
cause.
suspicion.
Yeah, the probable
Absolutely.
cause is
probable
there.
cause. Probable cause.
But nobody saw anybody go, hey, Ogoth,
But
let me
probable
give you
cause.
the Emperor Palpatine to the side of the head.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
nobody
know he
saw
wasn't
that
trying
happen.
to get murdered right now. Oh, they guess they could blame it on me because I did give him some stuff. Oh, shit. Okay.
That's why you're not on screen. Also, maybe his communicator recorded the whole thing.
Oh, thank God. Hopefully.
Do a science.
Yeah.
Suicide.
Okay, well, first I need to tell them.
You're not going anywhere.
You begin to hail them and begin your message.
Orion vessel. I don't know. What do you say to this? Prepare to be boarded and inspected on suspicion of murder. You need to, on Federation side. Kalim would say it better than me.
That.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a control command
Okay.
roll?
I'm good at those. Jason is not.
And for everybody, I'm like, if you're sure that your character would be better at something than you're able to articulate, I'm fine with falling back on a roll.
Yeah.
Like, that's totally cool with me.
Thank you.
You just have to let me know that's what you want to do.
Yeah. He's experienced in a bunch of technical stuff, especially in the Star Trek universe that I don't know. So the 7's a success, the 16 just misses, so I got 1 success.
Very good. The screen comes on, and you are once again looking at an even angrier faced Orion woman that is standing there, and the captain that you met earlier is standing there, but it looks like his bangles have been forcibly removed.
Oh.
He's not really the boss of this ship.
No.
Are you in view?
I'm not in view, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely not in view because I know
yeah.
that this would be a big problem.
Yeah,
Also,
you're
just
making sure.
yeah,
Yes.
no.
In the ready room or something.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you're probably still in the
You're
sick
still
bay.
sick bay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
you
still dealing with
just
Ogoth.
finished getting Ogoth back to
back to
breathing.
life.
And she looks over at him before she looks back at the screen, and she says, "We do not cede your authority to investigate our ship. We will conduct our own investigation about any crew members that may have done anything. If you would like to send along any of your findings so far, I will ensure that we cooperate with your investigation from
Yeah,
our
okay.
end."
Don't trust her.
You're in Federation space and the crime was committed on Federation territory. We have to insist.
I'm sorry to hear that. I will confer with the command staff here, and she looks over at the captain again, and he looks sheepish, and respond momentarily.
Okay. So when it disconnects, out of character question, if I gave a command to target the engines, is that something they would detect right away, like just targeting it?
Most likely.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the whole process of powering up your weapons to target something is detectable.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So they would get a roll to see if they detect you doing
Okay.
it. I mean, you can move the ship into a more threatening position.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we want to, come about to a position that will cut them off, set yellow alert, recall crew, because I'm like, we can't beam all 400 at once, so they better start now. And
So if you go to yellow alert, the shields go up. No beaming.
okay, not that.
Yep.
Then.
But you can begin to recall crew.
Yeah, recall crew, and bring the ship about. Security, be prepared to target and fire at a moment's notice. Targeting engines only.
And as you're moving along, you detect another transmission from the Orions. And shortly afterwards, you get a response to your message. And the screen comes back on, and she pushes forward 4 female Orion crew members, and she says, "We have determined who was responsible for this crime, and you recognize at least the three that were in the hallway. They look right to you. And we were happy to turn them over to you for your Federation justice.
This is a big out-of-character pause. Yeah, that means they have something way more valuable.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
If they're just willing to give up their people like that, something else is definitely going on. I don't trust it.
There's no subtle way to beam over, is there?
No.
Nope.
Roll another sensor security for the ship for me.
Someone else want to do it this time?
I'll do it.
It's 14. 13, sorry. 13.
Enter security, 13.
Whoa.
That is 1 success and 1 complication.
Is that a 1 and a 20? Oh, it's
No.
a 7.
A 7. A 1 and a 20, that would be like, I don't know what to do.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
You are super successful, and it just doesn't go that well.
And the ship
Yes.
explodes.
So,
Speaking of which,
I hate you.
there is sort of a pulse of light from their engine section, and you see what obviously looks like some kind of implosion begin to happen from their cargo bay area, and it's almost like it's pulling in sections of hull panel, and their transmission goes out, and then there is a big explosion of debris, and the ship, your ship, as you moved closer, has now been hit with some chunks of Orion.
Well, when
vessel.
it started to implode, could we put up shields? Like,
The complication
Yeah,
here is saying that this
Fair.
happened
It's happened
quickly
too quickly.
enough that
I get it.
the shields didn't come online in
Yeah.
time, so there is some
We
minor
were beaming
damage to
back all of
the...
our crew at the same time.
the
Oh my
outside of the ship.
gosh.
Well, now we're at yellow alert.
And I think that's a good place to stop.
Yes. Wow, that's exciting.
Oh.
Somebody sent a remote self-destruct.
yep.
Apparently.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This is
Wow.
a humdinger.
Yeah. Hey, real quick before we go, our channel was rated. There's a bunch of new folks.
Hello,
here.
new folks.
And I
Hello,
thought,
folks.
real quick before we wrap, maybe we could just go around and do our re-intros and like what characters we're playing.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm CADave. I am sort of running this show. Well, let me put it this way. I go home and I write some stuff down, and then I come back in 2 weeks and I go...
Because we insist on going places where no one has gone before.
Yes.
It's a ton of fun. To my left.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Commander Kalim, the XO of the ship. Our captain is Adam. He's not able to be here tonight, but he's normally here. So our invisible captain is an ultra captain, in fact.
Ultra captain.
Hey, I am Mac, and I have been playing Trist, who is an android and also the ship's counselor.
Perfect combo.
I'm Clara, and I've been playing Epetta, the ship's chief security officer.
Yes. And hello, I'm Teri, and I've been playing Nission Alos, the ship's handy-dandy doctor.
Handy. Indeed. I'm Jay, and I've been playing Rorg, son of Chon, the ship's chief engineer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, new folks, and old folks, and young folks, and
Medium folks.
everybody in between folks. We will be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Indeed. Which is, I don't know what day that is.
It's
So
like
February.
the first week of February.
approximately 14 days from today.
A fortnight.
Yeah, if you will. You can't say that on the internet.
No, now that's
You'll
now.
summon all the 14-year-olds.
It's a fortnight, guys. It will be February 4th.
Hey.
February 4th.
Hey.
That's fantastic. So we'll be back February 4th, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And for any other, we have shows every other Monday. There are 2 alternating shows on Mondays, and we have shows alternating Wednesdays and Sundays. Friday nights are our like advice show. We read emails.
RPG talk show.
Yeah, it's actually really good. And you can check all that at happyjacks.org/schedule or schedule. I don't know where you're from.
Don't
great.
make fun of them.
No, it's
I'm not. I want to translate.
Yeah. And you can also interact with everybody at happyjacks.org/forum.
Yep.
That'll put you in a place where you can leave some messages. If you liked something you saw tonight, that's great. Come by, say hi. We aren't unfriendly.
Yeah.
Depends.
Relatively casual.
I didn't say we're friendly, but we're not unfriendly.
Yeah.
So, like, people show up and we go, eh.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.